In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
I do declare that we are indeed, wait, I think we are, maybe, to answer Buzamok's question, we are doing it. We're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. We are indeed doing it. Welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show, the nighttime show. I'm shot out of a cannon. I'm full of piss and vinegar, as they say. And why? Because I've done exactly dog dick all day long. I did a show for you this morning. I did nothing. Well, I did go get new garbage bags. I don't mean to brag. I didn't even do dishes today. I made some food. I played with the dog. I watched some SVU. I played some Medieval 2 Total War. Other than that, not a goddamn thing. Sat there and I thought to myself, like, boy, barely made the goal this morning, but we made it. You know? I had to sing for my supper, but we got it all the way down, and then they waited about 3 hours. That's true. We got it down to like $100 at like 7-something. And like 3 hours later, we knocked it out. They're just hell-bent on giving me a heart attack. That's why I love sitting here doing this evening show for you guys. 195 is our number for today. Welcome to the program. I am nothing but your humble host all day long. I have done, I clipped some stuff that we're going to upload tomorrow. I don't want to be like the Quartering and like put up like 19 fucking clips a day. But, you know, I do have like 2 from today, 3 for tomorrow I'm planning to put up. So like, I mean, I could. I just don't want to. And maybe we should. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I will. Either way, doesn't matter. Welcome to the show. Great to have you. Thank you, Trooper56, for starting us off today. He renews his YouTube membership for 38 months. 30, that's over 3 years as a member of this channel. Unbelievable. If you can top that for time spent listening, throw a couple of bucks in and let me know. See, you got to grip. You got to get a smart grift going. That's the key to every evening show. A good, smart grift. Okay, thank you, Trooper. Appreciate it. Oh, my God, the Rumble chat already going. Usually I got to rap for a couple minutes, let everybody get in. But you know what I did on Restream today? I changed the stream to low latency. That's right. So now it's a little less of a wait time, little bit of less of a lag, if you will. Holy shit. Guys, I am so excited. I'm a little too, the dial's turned up a little too much. Just a great day in general. It's, as Travis Tritt once said, it's a great day to be alive. We had an awesome show today. I was very excited not to talk any Israel-Palestine. It was nice to take a break because, like I said, when you're falling asleep listening to fucking Dave Smith and Rabbi Shuli debates, it's time to make a change in your life. You know, it's not just alcohol or cigarettes or drugs or anything else that you got to keep an eye on your consumption. It's what you're consuming as well online. Like, there's still Dabbleverse people that like to hang around here. And they'll never understand this. They'll never get this. Because that waved bye-bye to them long ago. They stopped regulating. They stopped checking on themselves. And it's just, they've just turned into, Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. But you got to monitor and you got to change up what you're watching. Because you start going into Israel, Palestine all the time, you end up like Sam's show after a while. Everything I look at, I go, what do the Jews have to do with this? And I'm like, let it go. Let it go. So now what I've been doing is I've been watching a shitload of Vikings training camp stuff. I'm so glad preseason is here, so I have something to distract me. People like Sam's show will say, oh, that's sports, it's just a distraction. Yeah, you're damn right it's a distraction. I want to be distracted. Do you know what sucks? Noticing. I see someone in the real world, not a care in the world, doesn't know shit about shit. They're the happiest fucking people in the world. I'm like, hey, do you know anything about Israel, Palestine? Like, no, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And they're blissful. Meanwhile, I watch everything about Israel, Palestine, and I can sit here and talk about it and quote shit. Does it do anything? Not a thing. Just drives me nuts. There's something to be said for Cypher in The Matrix when he's like, I know this steak isn't real, but I can taste the motherfucker. I want to stay here and eat this steak. I get it. I understand. At any rate, we do have a show to do today. It's going to be a fun one. It was good to get that off my chest. It felt nice to do nothing today. I found out that the Vikings are very happy with J.J. McCarthy and his development. The national media likes what they're hearing from him. So 14-3, here we come. NFC title, here we go. Let's go, Vikings. We're going to get it done this year. Brock Lesnar's back in the WWE. Cody Rhodes has the title again. CM Punk won the title for about 5 minutes until that dastardly Seth Rollins faked a leg injury and then cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase and beat CM Punk for the title. Oh, I tell you, I can't wait to watch Raw tonight. Most guys would say, can't wait to give it to my girl Raw tonight. It's going to have to take a back seat. I got to watch Raw. That could have sounded better. Silverwolf with $5 says, hey, boss, can you read my text? Thanks. I don't have a text. I have nothing from you. I'm sorry. But yes, it's been a great day. We've got an awesome show. I will say one thing I thought about after the show was over was my disappointment in Roots Calhoun. People were saying, oh, yeah, he said he was paid like $800 or something for the anniversary show. So I watched some stuff, and, I gave him $300 for gas in a hotel because I invited him up. In my world, if you invite someone, even if they're not, I was going to give him $500 to commission a song. And then eventually I was like, dude, we're not going to have time. I'm going to be fucked up. Let's not do the song. But since I invited you up, I'll give you something. He asked for something for gas for his girl driving up. And I said, absolutely. So I gave him $300 for gas in a hotel to drive up to the show. Because like I said, in my world, if you invite someone to something, you should pick up the tab. And then I think he got so much shit from online people, which it shouldn't matter. And I met Roots, and he gave me a bottle of Malort. It was really nice, said some nice things. We karaoke'd Hit 'Em Up. It was fun. I think, and this surprises me about Roots that he would be this open to suggestion, but I think he started getting shit from nobodies online. So he just said, well, how can I get him off my back? And I don't begrudge him for this. It's just, it doesn't seem in character to the guy, I hung out and talked to for a little bit, but that's the point. I only hung out and talked to him for a little bit. To lie and say you made more than you did so that they'll back off and be like, oh yeah, you got him, Roots, you got him. It's like, the guy came out, he had a great time, was texting me after the next day while I was on the golf course and everything. Got his money. I don't know. It just it was weird. I'm not going to trash the guy though. I'm sure I'll hear from him again. And I'm sure he'll have a very good explanation. The explanation I just gave would be completely acceptable to me. It would just be, like I said, a little disappointing. A little disappointing. Taste Fairy Ialto says, no fucking way they let Vince back. Oh, no, they're not letting Vince back. TKO does not want Vince back. Plus, Vince sold his shares. Vince is he's out. Plus, he just fucking hit a lady with his car. So he's got that to deal with. He's got the reckless driving citation. Vince is tied up. They brought Brock back, but, there's just rumors that Brock did some chest shitting. Vince McMahon is like the ringleader of the chest shitting. So, I don't know. If you're ringleader chest shitter guy, that's better. It's not as bad to be rumored to be associated with chest shitter guy. I think in the lawsuit, all they said is that Vince told this woman she was going to have Brock fuck her. I don't know if Brock actually fucked her. Again, I haven't looked into it that deep, forgive the phrase, but I think Brock skated on that whole deal. And not only what was in the lawsuit, but also the way Vince handled it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have him back anytime soon. Chad Buzamok says, I've been gone for a bit. What did I miss? Sure you said nothing gay. Nothing gay. Not a single thing. Not a single thing, Buzamok. I didn't say any gay shit. Ivana Tinkle says, Cypher was an underrated character. Great as Ralph in Sopranos as well. He was very good. Rexstart Parody account says, you're not worried about JJ's ankle today? He's fine. I'm not even going to look that up. Oh, you see JJ McCarthy's ankle? He's going to be hurt. I'm not looking that up. JJ McCarthy ankle. It's, yeah, see? You guys are full of shit. I told you I wasn't looking it up just to make sure because that kind of scares the shit out of me. It's fine. Fucking loser. I love this name, Rabbi Smoothie. I was talking today about how I was watching these Rabbi Shmuley debates, and this Rabbi Shmuley guy, which people said he's a dildo salesman. I didn't know that. This Rabbi Shmuley guy is a walking fucking stereotype. I mean, he is. I can't believe the guy's real. Like, I was asking people who know more about this guy in the chat this morning. I'm like, is Rabbi Shmuley a real thing? Or is this guy like, you know how the right wing will say a guy's controlled opposition? Like David Duke, they say, is controlled opposition. The left controls David Duke so that he can make the conservatives look bad. I feel like Rabbi Shmuley is like controlled by the right to make Jews look bad. Like he's he'll just sit there and shit on people and call them all kinds of names. And then the minute they even say anything, he goes, they called me a Nazi. They called me a member of the SS. And they're like, Rabbi Shmuley, nobody called you a member of the SS. This piece of shit who hates children and wants to see people die and hates Jews, this anti-Semitic piece of shit, said that I'm like the SS. And they're like, first of all, Rabbi Shmuley, you just called them like 8 names in a row. And they didn't say that about you. Rabbi Shmuley is a fucking weirdo. And they keep bringing him on as some kind of expert. And then people tell me he's some kind of dildo salesman. I can't figure it. Chad Buzamok says, I think Roots did say he wouldn't shit on you in the clip. He just said what happened. It seemed to me from the bit I saw. Yeah, no, it was just the number that he quoted. Like that number. I was like, that ain't the number, brother. That ain't the number. Saint Caesar says, hey, Aaron, breaking news. Vince could return to Raw tonight and be a mouthpiece for Brock Lesnar. No fucking way. No way is Vince coming back tonight as the manager. That would be great. Just like, Brock Lesnar's coming in there and he's going to give you an F5 and then he's going to take a dump in your mouth. That's right, John Cena. He's going to shit in your mouth. You better get ready because after he shits in your mouth, he's going to beat you at, what's the next big one? He's going to beat you at Survivor Series, and I'm taking back my company, and then we're both going to shit on your face. And then you're fired. Vince shits on your face, and then you're fired. If he shits on your face after you're fired, it's a crime. But if he does it while you're still employed, it's a work. So it's very important that Vince and Brock shit in your mouth before they fire you, or they open themselves up to a world of legal and civil vulnerabilities, if you will. Aaron, Vince might be back. No way. No way that Vince is coming back tonight. I'll put I'll stake my reputation on it that he ain't coming back tonight. Ivana Tinkle says, I read that J.J. McCarthy has VD. There is no way that J.J. McCarthy has VD. In fact, you can't give me super chats and Rumble rants and PayPals and come up with J.J. McCarthy rumors. I'm not looking them up. There's no I don't even need to Google it that J.J. McCarthy has VD. I don't have to. I'm going to just to be sure, but I don't have to. Yeah, he doesn't have VD. Except unless that VD stands for Viking domination, then J.J. McCarthy's got more VD than any motherfucker in the locker room. Thank you very much. Honky says, wait till you hear about Rabbi Hebe Kuikenberg, 4-time Holocaust survivor born in 1967. Wow. He survived the Holocaust 4 times. That's amazing. A lot of people only do it once. Some people didn't even do it once. Chad Buzamok says, did Ric Flair ever call you back? No. Chad Buzamok and Bapa Shah both say, Buzamok says, your reputation, so you're risking and betting nothing on this. It's an easy win. You know, it's like putting 5 on black, 5 on red. You just hope it doesn't come up double zeros. Papa Shop says, your sterling reputation, wow, quite the sacrifice. Thank you. I'm glad somebody, recognizes it. I'm glad somebody sees that I've really put a lot on the line for this. Thanks, guys. 190 is the number for tonight. Thank you for the gifted membership, Rabbi Smoothie. Thank you for the $5, Dr. Silverwolf. Let's keep going. Let's do a normal evening show thing. And let's throw money at the show. Let's just throw. I hated how today's morning show went in the last half hour or so. I hate how desperate I got. So just throw money. That's the rule. Your guys' job, enjoy the show and throw $10 at it. Just throw $5 at it. Just keep throwing money at it until that 190 is hit. See, we're not a show that just keeps taking your money and taking your money and taking your money. We say, we'll take this much of your money and then we'll stop. That's it. St. Caesar says Paul Heyman can't do it, and John Cena wants Vince in for his farewell tour. Only 15 dates left. Dude, I'll eat a can of sardines if Vince McMahon comes back tonight. I will eat a can of sardines. That's on God. Chad Buzamok can keep it. He can put it in the archives. If Vince McMahon shows up on Raw tonight, I will eat a can of sardines. 100%. Hulkamasha Baby says, I heard JJ has a slight tear in his rotator cuff and training could lead to surgery. Won't be ready for the season at this rate. I'm not looking that up because he's fine. He's fine. Oodles of Toodles says, I threw money at Powerball for the $400 million tonight. Oh, maybe I should have. I was out and about today. I could have thrown a little money at the $400 million. Son of a bitch. Here we go. Silverwolf says, Aaron, I'm going to vent a little. I like venting. I'm sad that I take care of the YouTube chat, ban Spurgs and whatnot, and they still blame you. I do all the work, boots on the ground, rounding them up, and I don't even get a hate message. This is affecting my morale. Can I get a rousing speech from the H-Man? Thank you. You will keep rounding them up. You will keep putting them in the black camp, and you will keep doing the great work for the fatherland. You are a great soldier, and you honor me. Dr. Silverwolf, any criticism of him, there will be 9. 9. Erika. Thank you, Silverwolf. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with people banning or anything like that. I just get to hear the bitching from the people who go, oh, I didn't even do anything. And I'm like, really? You didn't do anything? Like, to me, it's like, if you just admit to me what you did, you got an easier chance of getting a reprieve than lying and being weak and pussy and gay and being like, I swear, I didn't do anything, Aaron. I didn't do anything. Yeah, all right. Chad Buzamok says, gotta love a show that knows when enough of my money is enough. Exactly. I'm not like the government or any other podcast you watch. I tell you exactly how much I need, and the only way that number ever changes is it goes down, and it's been going down lately, and that's because you guys have been so great the last few months. overpaid a bit for that anniversary show, but it was a lot of fun and it was totally worth it. What do you do? Guys, again, thank you very much. So yeah, throw us a bunch of your money tonight, and we'll refill the coffers after that crazy anniversary weekend. Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo was fucking nowhere to be found this morning. Rumble was great, YouTube was awesome, but oh my God, nothing. I think $20 on PayPal today was the number. So get after it, go to town, get it going, guys, and let's call it a win. Eric Cartman says, Digger called you an absolute joke. Uh-oh. I need the link. I want to take a look at that, Eric Cartman, because I believe you 100%. I'm telling you, I don't think this Eric Cartman guy would ever stir up drama for no reason. This Eric Cartman guy is a straight shooter. So, Eric Cartman, provide me the link. Provide me the timestamp. Don't you guys want to see Digger start some shit with me today? Wouldn't you like to see that? Wouldn't you like to see a little podcast war between Steel Toe and Digger? I think that would be great. I think that could be a good time. I want the link. I want the timestamp. And we're going to do that today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on today's show. A lot of places we could be going. But I want to have a war with Digger. So link, timestamp, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get going. Dust in a baggie with $5 and a YouTube clip. Thank you very much, buddy. That gets us down to 185. Keep going. Money, money, money. PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Let's go. Yes, Nova, I am going to ignore it because if I read all of your messages and entertain all of your nonsense, it would be nothing but dabble drama all fucking day, and I'd have no audience left by the time it was done. We peaked out at 890 today. We averaged 765. I'll take that over doing fucking Nova Drama Hour. Oh, my God. Satan's Mechanic says, how many away are we from 300 memberships on Rumble? 8. 8 gifted memberships away from 300. Sorry to beat the shit out of you, Nova. My bad, but I just had to set you straight. Just had to set you straight a little, buddy. All right, what do we got? Oh, this is DJ Dabble's Goals. This. And let's have a wonderful, wonderful show. Sorry for the choppy start. Oh, so this is about me. So this is a thing like shitting on me and the goal. Oh, that, you know what? I got to say, that's original and clever. That's original and clever. I got to say, you know you do a fucking killer great show when they can't attack your content and they just go, oh, well, it's the goal. It's the goal. Well, yeah. We're not hiding the goal from anybody. We play with the goal. We have fun with the goal. The only Achilles heel of this program is the fact that we can't fucking do drama all day and make a shitload of money. We got to do a real show. Rabbi Smoothie with $5 says, Chad said he would do the show next year, but he's not staying at your house. LOL. Huh. Rabbi, Chad would do the show next year. I'll be honest. That sounds like it could be fun. I am not thinking about the anniversary show right now. I'm really not. I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to fucking spend as much next year as I did this year. Oh, Nova letting me know. He goes, I'm not in your chat. Whoever that Nova is, it's a wannabe Nova. Oh, shit. We got to ban fake Novas, right? We got to unblock the real Nova. And why did the real Nova get blocked? What did he do? We can't have fake Novas. Plus, that fake Nova is just like, he's a weird, creepy drama guy. He's just very, very strange. Kind of sad. Peen Wienerstein says, late to the show, have you addressed the Roots drama? I don't think there's any drama. I just had to set him straight. He's out there saying he got paid more than he did. I think that's kind of weird. I gave him $300 for his gas in a hotel, and he came up and he had a great fucking time. He was a lot of fun to hang out with. Just wanted to set that part straight. That's all. So we have to talk because you guys, you're supposed to be men. And I feel like a lot of you are a little too giddy and fixated when there's like girly high school type shit going on. You got to get that out of your system. You got to be a man. You can't be a man and go, is there roots? First of all, the words roots drama should never come out of your mouth. That's fucking gay, bro. You got to get over that shit. But if you're going to be a man, you can't be focused on drama all the time. If that's your whole day, we got to work on you. We really do. You need some help. And I'll give it to you, but you don't, when I give it to you, I'm a little too coarse. I'm sarcastic. I shit on you. I make you feel bad, so you get mad at me. I'm just saying, go to somebody, talk to them about it. You'll figure it out. I have faith in you. 185 away from tonight. Thank you, Dustin Abaghi and Rabbi Smoothie. Keep that going. Let's catch up and do some show here. Hulkamash says your drunk wallet and a drunk girl are the same. They both give it up when someone asks for it. You'll overspend again. Good point. Crowder Wears Panties says, LOL, tell that to the freaks who cover you 24/7. Oh, and you don't see like a weird low-T, pedo-y kind of vibe from those people? Get real. Get real. How good was Cena's last night? And Stephanie McMahon still looks good. Dude, Stephanie McMahon looks fucking amazing. Like, she's been hot for, 25 years now? She's been a smoke show. Stephanie McMahon still looks great. Fucking good for her, man. All right, let's get into some things today. Let's get into some trouble. I was watching this guy. So this Kyle Kulinski or numero uno probably knows who he is. He's like a political commentator guy. And he's a big-time lefty. And he gives off this vibe. It's really weird. It reminds me of me when I was doing afternoons in Litchfield. Like over-laughing at everything, not really having anything to say. So you just go, oh, my God. Oh, that's wild. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Like no real commentary to give. But he's immensely popular. He's got like 2 million subscribers. And it's just, I think it fuels my contempt that I have for internet culture and the people who stay too long on the internet and watch drama podcasts, is because this guy is, and I'm an expert, so I can say, wildly untalented as a broadcaster. He's not good. But being wildly talented as a broadcaster doesn't get you very far on the internet. You got to be kind of a fucking hack, actually. It's, the bigger hack you are, the more you suck and the more you just are a little catty girl, the better you do. Being a great broadcaster doesn't get you very far. This Kyle Kulinski is talking about this Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes beef. So again, just gay men talking about other gay men's drama. And I wanted to bring it to the show because I just wanted to know if anybody is a fan of Kyle Kulinski or if anybody watches his content. Maybe I just saw a bad clip, but he's just fucking awful. He doesn't seem like a real person. He seems like a put-on guy, like he's doing the left-wing thing because that's his gimmick. But I will say it was very funny listening to Tucker Carlson call Nick Fuentes a little gay kid in his basement. So I guess, Nick Fuentes said that Tucker's dad was a CIA guy. And Tucker's like, well, no, he's not. And then Tucker's dad died, and Tucker was like, oh, shit, turns out my dad was involved with the CIA. And then Tucker Carlson is talking to Candace Owens, and he goes, he's a very talented broadcaster, Tucker said about Nick Fuentes. But he goes, he's just this weird, creepy gay kid in his basement, and I think he might be a plant. So, Tucker, I never saw a Tucker-Nick Fuentes beef coming, but apparently it's here. And Tucker thinks that Nick Fuentes is a gay kid who's a plant. And I'll be honest with you, you read up about Nick Fuentes, there's a lot of people who feel that way. There's a lot of people who think that Nick Fuentes is maybe not a conservative guy and maybe he's just supposed to be a disruptor and that also he's a homosexual. The second one I find a lot more believable than the first one because if you watch Nick's interview with Candace Owens where she asks him about getting married and finding a girl, he gets really defensive about it. He's like, and I don't really appreciate you even asking me that question. I don't even know why you would say that. I don't even know why you would ask. It's none of your fucking business. Candace is like, I'm sorry to trigger you with that question. Well, I'm not triggered by it. It's a fucking stupid question. And you're just like, bro, you're kind of reacting to this question the way a fucking gay guy would. But, none of my business who Nick Fuentes is cum hunting with. Dan Vicious with $2 says those dudes around Roots are creepy weirdos. I don't know who you're talking about, but I will put it under advisement. Randall Flagg says Tucker owned. Yeah, dude, I do think it was funny when Tucker was like, Nick Fuentes, yeah, he said that my dad was part of the CIA. And I'm like, what? No, he's not. He's not part of the CIA. Then my dad died, and I found out, well, yeah, he did work with the CIA. I was like, that's kind of an accidental Fuentes W. But it also kind of points to the fact that, like, does Nick Fuentes have some kind of insider information? Does Nick Fuentes maybe, like, know something? Is like that kind of feeds the whole is Nick Fuentes a right-wing plant thing. How does he know that Tucker Carlson, like if Tucker didn't even know that his dad was part of the CIA, how the fuck did Nick Fuentes know? No idea. Honky says Tucker could talk to Putin and the Iranian prime minister, but is too afraid to talk to a fag like Nick Fuentes. Telling. When people don't want to talk to Nick Fuentes for whatever reason, Nick Fuentes' fans do this thing where they go, oh, it's because he's scared of them. I don't know. Is it? Because then in that sense, it would have to be like everyone who doesn't talk to everyone is scared of them. Like maybe it's just they don't want to have them on the show, or they don't think they're interesting. I'll tell you this, if you have Nick Fuentes on your show, I think it would get numbers. I think it's good for the, as we used to call them, the ratings. But I don't think necessarily everyone who doesn't want to have Nick Fuentes on is afraid of them. I think there's myriad reasons not to have Nick Fuentes on. Taste Fairy Ialto says the Tuck was cucked. I mean, kind of, a little. Nick was able to call out the CIA thing. I mean, that's not nothing. Yeah, that Kyle Kalinske guy, I was watching him and I'm like, can you just play the fucking clip? Because your commentary it's unnerving. Sam Show says that's just classic debate bro tactics. It works on retards. Yeah, sometimes you watch, Douglas Murray did kind of have a point. I hate to say this, but Douglas Murray did kind of have a point on Rogan. Not everyone should be doing like debate style interviews because some of them are just fucking tragic. Like I think any debate I've watched that involves Destiny or Myron, is it Myron Baines or Myron Gaines, one of the Fresh and Fit guys? Any debates I watch that have them in it, it's just like, oh, we got you, bro. Or, oh, like the debates always devolve into really stupid horse shit and I don't learn anything. It's just guys who, they're just trying to trigger the other guy or they're just trying to checkmate the other guy. And it's like, not for me. I get that some people like that. It's like blood sports. I think I grew out of that. I think if you don't grow out of that by your early 20s, you're fucked, I think. Honky says if Tucker's worth his salt, he could interview and embarrass Fuentes and out him as a Fed. Roots, hey, look at this. Hey, guys, see what I mean about only fags liking drama and men just talk and men just say things? Roots in the chat goes, Aaron, I heard you had some choice words for me. I will admit I was off by 100. We off by $100 because some of the stuff you kind of intimated it was like 800. You were off by a few hundred, but that's okay. She says, my chick just confirmed and called us all retarded. Fair. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Roots and I can agree. Who gives a fuck how much I gave Roots to come out to the show I invited him to come out to? We're all retarded. There we go. There we go. Sam Show says Roots never said anything other than 500. Okay, so he was off by a couple hundred. Not a big deal. I think what some people were thinking was they thought he said that he got 500 plus travel and hotel. That's where the 800 was coming from some people. Yeah, see, look, Roots says, I think I misspoke about the gas and hotel. Wow. I got to say, another win for the Roots, another win for the toe. Sorry, Internet. Sorry, Dabbleverse. Sorry, guys. Sorry. This was supposed to be Roots and Aaron go at it. Here we go. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I was paying him with one eye open, just going, hey, there you go. I was not in good shape. I was not in good shape. Bappa Shab says that's what most business people do in the CIA when they use front businesses to move money around for operations. The Tatler 2 says Douglas Murray spanked Dave Smith. Only mush-brained retards think Dave won. Well, I think the problem is people look at it as like who won and who lost. I just thought Douglas Murray came off as a cunt and didn't really make any points. He also has a serious hang-up with Daryl Cooper, which he should probably... Like, it felt like during a lot of that podcast, he was trying to talk to Daryl Cooper, but Daryl Cooper wasn't in the room. And it's like, bro, you're having a conversation right now with the wrong people. If you're mad at Daryl Cooper, talk to Daryl Cooper. Don't talk to Joe Rogan and Dave Smith. But I think Douglas Murray, what annoyed me about him was every time he got caught on a point, he would revert back to, well, it's frustrating because are you being a comedian or are you being an expert? Are you being a debater or are you being a comedian? It's like, Douglas, just concede the point and let's fucking move on. Like, I think Douglas had a good point. I think when he said, hey, sometimes you got to go to these places to get a perspective and see what's really going on. I think he had a good point there. But that doesn't mean if you don't go to that place, you can't have an opinion. I thought Douglas Murray came off as what Douglas Murray is. A stuck-up, stick-up-his-ass British cunt. And Dave Smith came off as a comedian who's kind of pseudo-intellectual, but he's smarter than most comedians are. And Joe Rogan came off like a chimp. So everybody kind of represented themselves well, I think. Vodka Rock says, Roots, you got 500, didn't you? Vodka Rock is playing the role like he's playing the internet character where Aaron and Roots confirm the real thing. And Vodka Rock goes, Roots, I just got to choose to believe what I need to believe. Just tell me that anyway, no matter what. I know you're kidding, Vodka Rock, but you're playing a good role. Roots says, my bad. I'm retarded. My girl judged everybody correctly. I was hammered too. Yeah, no, I didn't have any problem with Roots. I just wanted to set the record straight and clear it up. He has no problem with it. I love Roots. Like I said, I was bummed when I heard that he says he got it wrong. I believe him then. But it was like he was not correct about the amount of money. And I thought maybe he was lying about it on purpose to get some heat off him. And I was like, well, that really disappoints me because Roots is a really cool guy. I didn't see him doing that. Turns out he forgot. He fucked it up. He owned up to it. I see no reason to continue this on. No reason to continue this on. Vodka Rock says, Roots, how about the bar tab? I think I got, Roots brought me Malort, so I bought him a couple rounds. Numero Uno says, people are calling him Roots Caltroon now. It's mean-spirited, and I don't personally support it. Oh, boy. Roots says it was 260 up front. Aaron said he was 40 short. Oh, I thought I was 100 short. I was fucking hammered. Shot my chick a hundo the next morning and covered the tab till right before closing when Gino was puking on people. Yeah. I had a bunch of people on my tab. I had a lot of people on the old tab. I thought I gave him 200. I was fucking hammered. So yeah, somewhere between 3 and 350 I gave old Roots. My Lost Interest says, if Roots and Aaron are cool with each other, then great. If not, then also great. Perfect. Numero Uno says, Roots told me Aaron gave him, quote, a hundo and a handy. It's not true. It's not accurate. Nova's stirring up shit. Well, fake Nova's stirring up shit. He says, so Roots, are you going to backtrack and say Aaron is cool now too? Listen to Nova. Like, Nova's just not listening to me. Nova doesn't realize what a fucking girl, what a little bitch he sounds like. Oh, yeah, Roots, see, he's going to get us fighting. Roots says, I honestly didn't mean shit by this. Only shit I talked was Johnny crying outside to my girl for 20 minutes. Now, Johnny says that didn't happen. I was too fucking oblivious to know what was going on. So I have no idea. Grand Poobah said, I was the bartender. Can confirm Aaron bought Roots a couple of rounds. What a fucking guy. I think Roots bought me a drink, though, too. I don't want to sit here and go, oh, fucking. Roots writes, Aaron is not cool. Oh, well, Jesus Christ. I mean, do we have to? Is that really necessary? Roots says that 100% happened. I don't know. $300 to admit Aaron is cool. No fucking way, says Chevy fan. Tatler says this whole thing is about Johnny not being paid fairly. Yeah, there's rumors that I paid Johnny $50, and there's another rumor that Johnny paid me $50 to be part of the show. People are having a really hard time admitting that we just had a successful weekend and had a good time, and they're just trying to sexy it up way more than it is. Root says, I don't know if there were actual tears, but I ditched my broad when Johnny was whining about MS. So, like, you mean crying like we say it in the Midwest, Roots? Like, he's crying and whining about this. Not like actual tears. But like, he just, you know, he's what do they call it? He's commiserating, I guess. Vodka Rock says, so what did you give Johnny? Johnny can say what he got if he wants to. I'll just say Johnny was the second highest paid person at the show. There. I think that's a fair way to put it. I only said what I paid Roots because Roots came out with a number first. If Johnny wants to say what he made, he can. But, again, Johnny was the second highest paid person at the show. That includes me. That includes Roots. That includes everybody. He was the second highest paid. All right, guys, let's get into some trouble because we are making $0 tonight on the Steel Toe Show. I'm just kidding. We've made 10. 185 away from today. Take some pity on the toe. We need to rebuild those coffers a little bit after I started throwing everybody and their mother way too much fucking money over that weekend. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Get after it. Throw us a few bucks. Let's notch a win. We had like nothing in PayPal and Venmo this morning. So let's hammer that out too. Get after it, boys and girls. Let's make some money. All right, why don't I do a show, and then when I come back, I'll see a bunch of money waiting for me. That sounds like a good idea. I don't seem nervous, do I? Good. Alex Stein. You know, Alex, I was thinking about this today when I saw this clip. Alex Stein has this weird way of like disappearing for a while, and you're like, is Alex Stein, is he still around? Is Alex Stein still doing shit? And then some clip, like he'll just pop up. Alex has this innate ability, this innate talent to almost sense when people haven't said Alex Stein's name in a while, and he just pops up and he does something viral. You're like, yeah, what's Alex Stein been up to? I don't really hear Alex Stein's name very much. He's like Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. Last time I think I saw Alex, he was busting Portnoy's balls again. He was fucking around with the Barstool guys, which is an oldie but a goodie. This time, he got on MSNBC. It was this is kind of like one of those O&A assault on the media, Howard Stern, Stuttering John deals that Alex was able to pull off. MSNBC was doing a live shot at the Texas Capitol. I don't know if you know what's going on in Texas, but the Democrats left. They just left. They've done this like 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. This is like a rule in Texas. Well, it's a rule in Minnesota, too. You can't vote on anything in the state house unless you have a quorum, unless you have, I think, over 50% of each party's representation there. If you don't have that, you can't vote. It holds up all the business. So the Texas Democrats, this thing they do, and again, they've done it at least 3 times. This is at least the 3rd time in my lifetime they've done this, is they leave the state. They go and they get hotel rooms in like Oklahoma or Louisiana or somewhere else. They go to another state and they hide out so that they can't vote. And what they're usually voting on is redistricting. The Republicans get to redraw the lines. And when the Republicans are about to redraw the legislative lines, the Democrats go, well, we don't have enough votes to get our way, so we're just going to fucking leave. They do. And now Governor Abbott has issued a statement saying, I want the Texas Rangers to go out and arrest all of the Democrats who have fled the state and bring them back here so that we can get the state's business done. It's crazy. I mean, Democrats leave the state when Texas needs them almost as often as Ted Cruz does. It's really a wild thing that they do. So MSNBC was reporting on this today, and in comes our boy Alex. He senses his moment. He sees it slipping away, and he seizes upon it.
Just watched the speaker gavel out with a whole lot of anger, Kelly. Here's the state of play. Here's
MSNBC sucks.
Hey, how are you?
MSNBC sucks. Can I talk to you for a second? MSNBC sucks.
Okay. Sometimes this happens, and we understand that that can
You know what I love about that? Alex didn't even try to go like, I'm Alex Stein, prime time with Alex Stein, 7 o'clock Tuesday, whenever his show is, on the Blaze. Didn't promote the Blaze, didn't promote his show. Just wandered in like a retarded kid. Like he did. He just walked in like he was Rain Man, like a little autistic kid going, MSNBC sucks. MSNBC sucks. MSNBC sucks. No point, no plug, no agenda, just good old-fashioned hijinks. It's just, and a very simple, to-the-point message that everyone can understand. And MSNBC, very popular opinion, MSNBC to a lot of people does suck. That guy, I will say this, that MSNBC guy, he was on that quick, though. And I love how he tries to, like, pull Alex out of there. If you don't know, Alex is like 6'4", 250. Alex isn't going anywhere if he doesn't want to. And they pull away from that live shot. Let's hear how our girl here handles the Alex Stein hijacking.
Can I talk to you for a second? MSNBC sucks.
He does. He goes, can I talk to you a second? He really did treat Alex like he was a retarded kid. Like, I have a brownie over here. Would you like some M&Ms? Can I talk to you for a second? You're a big good boy.
Okay. Sometimes this happens, and we understand that that can happen. And while we love free speech, we're going to keep control here. So,
While we love, what is that? Now, first of all, calm down. Nobody's going to say you're anti-free speech because some fucking 6'5" lunatic comes into your shot and just starts chanting. Like, nobody's going to be like, hey, we're trying to report the news and convey a message. We are going to remove this giant ogre of a man yelling that we suck over and over. Oh, really? So you're not for free speech? I don't think that would be the takeaway. You removed a fucking Lenny from Of Mice and Men motherfucker. Just going, MSNBC sucks. MSNBC sucks. Judge Wapner's on in 15 minutes. I don't think anyone's going to think you're anti-free speech for removing him from the shot.
Ryan, thank you. Shaq, thank you.
Shaq.
A volatile story.
Wait, what? I just want to report that the Democrats have left the state and the Texas Rangers are going to get them. Some real shit's about to go down here in Texas. Alex Stein is here with the latest.
We'll be following it, and apparently not only Shaq cleaned up. Okay.
Jeez, this is my favorite. You get to expose in these moments that these news people, they only know, it really is the Ron Burgundy syndrome. They only know what's on that teleprompter. And in this case, it's just this lady was so not prepared for this. And you also, in fairness to her, there is someone shouting in her ear. You can hear it. Go back just a little bit. You can hear someone shouting in her ear to go back to the live shot.
Not only Shaq cleaned up. Okay. Stay with us here because Ryan has cleared the set, as we would like to say. The gentleman moved on.
The gentleman.
Ryan, let me turn back to you.
Alex, they called you a gentleman. Pay no heed. There's no descriptor that says scoundrel on it.
Nicely handled there. Can you give us an update on, as you were walking
that's
us through
Shaq?
this?
That's a different Shaq.
Well, take a breath there. Maybe.
Turn that. I got to turn that up more. I got to have you listen to that again. So they go back to the live shot. And because Alex is this big motherfucker, they can't move him out of the shot. Listen to him again.
I'll take a breath there. Maybe not. Okay.
There's he goes, trannies in the bathroom. There's trannies in the bathroom. I love that Alex wasn't even trying to make a point. He's just, again, he's pretending to be a well-dressed autistic kid.
Go ahead, Ryan. See,
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Okay. We're just going to pull the plug there. Thank
Kelly,
you,
this
Ryan.
is all playing out in real time.
It sure
Passion
is.
high.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of anger here, as you can see. So we're going to get a control of this and come back to you when we can.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And we recognize people are expressing their views, and we're there to.
They're not expressing their views. He's just yelling trannies in the bathroom. We understand that people are passionate about the issues. No, it's just a guy fucking with you. I promise you. That's all it is. So Alex got himself a little, and that got shared everywhere today. I was seeing that all over the place. Good for Alex. It's always nice when he gets a little play, and in this case, he did. Shouting MSNBC sucks, and I quote, trannies in the bathroom. Trannies in the bathroom. Thank you very much, Wally World, for the 5 gifted memberships. What a guy.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
That puts us 160 away from tonight's goal. Thank you very much. Keep it going, boys and girls. I appreciate that. You know, if Wally World gave you a gifted membership, why don't you pass that along? And we'll have that goal hammered out in no time. Now we're only 3 gifted memberships away from eclipsing 300 again. Thank you, guys. Just 3 away from that. 160 away from tonight's goal. Keep it moving. Treetop Armadillo, Grinch's Bro, Too Old to Care. I love that name. The Great Jeff Mack, and For the Love of Otters, all getting memberships. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Click. Go share. Go pass that along. We'd love to see you throw those memberships back at people. Sam Show says about Alex Stein pretending to be autistic. He writes, pretending. Yeah, Sam Show says, this is such a volatile story. Yeah, they're trying to act like Alex is like protesting the redistricting or protesting the Democrats. It's literally, he wants to yell trannies on television, guys. That's all it is, all right? Relax. The big scary Alex Stein man is not going to hurt you. Ramsey C says, there are trannies in the bathrooms. I don't let my daughter go in a public restroom until I know who's not in there. That's, can you rephrase that? Because what I'm seeing when I read that is that you like sweep the women's bathroom before you let your daughter go in. I don't think that's what you do. I'm just saying the way that, I don't know if anybody else is reading it that way, but the way I read it is that, I'm reading it again, and it kind of sounds like, you're like, all right, stall B, clear, stall C, clear, and then you let your daughter go in and do her bit. I mean, there's got to be better ways to do that. I appreciate you being an attentive father. I really do. There's got to be a better way to do it. Oh, by the way, Wally World is now in the cuck chair. Congratulations, Wally. That $25 puts your ass firmly in the cuck chair. In 4th place is Redbird with $32. In 3rd place is Miss Tay with $35. Zenman in 2nd with $35, so he and Miss Tay are tied. And Mayo Riot is in 1st at $125. So Mayo Riot way ahead of everybody. He's way ahead. Keep it going, guys. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. We appreciate all the contributions. Yeah, I see Vodka Rock is... Yeah, it's really weird. Like, Vodka Rock is definitely one of those guys I warned people about, where he didn't get the answer he wanted about Steel Toe Anniversary Weekend. So he's trying to get Roots to, like, say as many mean things as possible, and he's getting frustrated because he's not getting his way. Roots says, Vodka, I ain't got the hate in my heart that you do. I always have a blast with Ministry. I don't know what that is. I was sitting and cracking up laughing at this whole Johnny thing. Yeah. Vodka Rock, you gotta chill out, buddy. Like, you're like, oh, the Steel Toe Man has to be bad. Like, how many people have to go to our event and say, actually, no, Aaron's pretty cool. Aaron's all right. Aaron's good. Like, even the people who went there to try and sabotage it or film it or whatever, even they admitted, they're like, it's actually a pretty fun event. Everyone there's pretty chill. Sorry. I mean, when you peeled back the curtain, there was no there. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Oh, Vodka Rock says, I'm a girl. Well, that would explain the bitchiness. Root says, Aaron is gay. He dances like a fig, and he ruined Hit 'Em Up. First of all, that wasn't dancing. That was stumbling. Thank you very much. And I did ruin it. I was way too drunk to be doing hip-hop karaoke. That was, I will say this. I know Roots and I are having a mutual fucking admiration. You're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. And I know it's ruining Vodka Rock's night, but I will say I had no business being up there. It's fucking dreadful. Dreadful. All right, guys, let's get, yeah, see, even King of All Yetis is upset. He never said you were cool. He said, I have nothing bad to say about you. Relax. Relax. Guys, it didn't, I mean, I don't know. Don't be mad at me because you created something in your head and it didn't live up to it. You've got to forgive yourself for that, and you've got to stop. I don't know if you hate your dads. I don't know if you had an uncle who touched you or what, but I'm not him. You need to go work that out, because most people who observe like the way you are with me, they almost unanimously agree, whether they like me or not. They unanimously agree that you got to fucking screw loose. You got something going on, and, you know, maybe address it. Maybe address it. How's that? A little bit? Maybe. I'm just kidding. I know you won't. All right, let's continue on. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. 160 away from tonight's goal. Let's make a go of it. Let's gift those memberships. Let's throw in some Venmos and some PayPals. Let's click those links and donate some cash to the toe. That's how we keep this thing going. Let's talk about another man who should definitely have psychological counseling. Henry Betsy Jr. is a guy in Florida who married 3 women at once. Like, voluntarily. He wasn't drugged. He wasn't part of some great trickery. This wasn't like the astronaut lady driving with the diaper. He married one woman, and then he married another, and then he married another, and he wanted it that way. He wanted to be married to 3 women at once. He wanted to have sister wives. The only problem with that, and it's a very small issue, and it's in the fine print, it's bigamy, and it's highly illegal, and you can go to prison for it. And Henry Betsy Jr. is going to prison. Let's get the details. This is Fox 4, of course, in Florida. Here you are.
Everybody that comes.
Oh, you fucking shitheads. I'm going to get used to this. This is a new era of advertisements in news stories. They're embedding them in the actual video to get around your ad blocker. Damn it. I always feel like a stupid asshole when I get tricked by those. Every goddamn time. Shoot, I'm going to start catching them. I'm going to figure out which ones it is, and I'm going to start picking them off. All right, here we go.
But first, our I-team has an update on a story we broke
Nope,
earlier this
I'm against,
year. Good evening and welcome.
I'm against, Sam Show, what do you think? I'm against all 3 of these marriages. No, sir. Not in Sam Show's America. That's what we say here on Steel Toe.
Welcome to ABC Action News at 6. I'm Wendy Ryan.
I'm Paul Legrone. A Florida man was thrown in jail.
Paul Legrone, of course, close cousins of Pat McGroin. I mean, I'm proud of it, but I'm going to pretend I'm not because you'll get mad.
After his wife discovered that he was married to 2 other women at the same time. He was back in court yesterday for his sentencing hearing after pleading guilty to bigamy, which is a felony.
And new tonight, I-team investigator Adam Walser is following through with the latest development.
I have a question, and maybe it's a stupid question. I don't know. I don't come across these stories very often. Why is bigamy a crime? Is it a tax thing? Is it because tax purposes it rips off the government of tax money? Because I feel like a guy married to 3 women at once, that's punishment enough. Like, you don't need to charge the guy with a felony and give him prison time. I mean, I think the sentence should be you have to fucking stay married to these same 3 broads. But I don't understand, like, where, because the crime needs to be in, like, a victim or hurting society or something like that. And I don't really understand where bigamy, it really just seems like a morality law, which, you know, if you can spell it out for me, fine. I'm not necessarily against morality laws, but bigamy, I don't know, a guy marrying 3 women at once, just like I said, seems like hell for him. Seems like it sucks for them. I don't really understand where me, the average citizen, is really hurt by this guy being a fucking idiot and wanting 3 women up his ass all the time.
In this strange case, and it was shared all across social media.
Henry Betsy Jr. pleaded guilty to a single felony count of bigamy back in May. But after he entered that plea...
Are they really? Dude, the news has to get over their fucking love of drones. I mean, I don't know if their camera crews just like playing with their toys or what, or they get a drone and they're like, oh, let's just shoehorn it into every story. We can stop with the fucking Snyder shaky cam drones for everything.
Deal, he was arrested in another state, leading the judge to revoke his bond. When we last saw Henry Betsy Jr. in court, he was dressed in a sports shirt and blazer with his new girlfriend beside him.
Yeah, Henry. He's got, no, fuck off. This asshole will never learn. He's in court for bigamy. He married 3 women at once. And who does he show up to court with? His new chick. She's got great judgment, too.
Yeah, we want to get your side of all this. What can you tell us?
He fucking loves that white meat, though, doesn't he? I bet you Henry don't hang around the sisters too often because they give him a piece of their mind.
Well, unfortunately, I'm unable to talk at this moment.
But when he arrived for his sentencing hearing Thursday, he was wearing handcuffs and an orange Hernando County jail uniform. His bond revoked by the judge because he was arrested for assault and battery of a family or household member. The alleged assault took place in Virginia, where he and his girlfriend had traveled to attend a wedding. Thursday's hearing was all about the felony bigamy charge we first told you about in May. 3 Florida women from 3 different Florida counties all met Henry Betsy Jr. on dating websites and married him at county courthouses during a 2-year period. Only one of his wives was willing to appear on camera.
I met him on Match.com. He said all the right things.
He sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things.
And, you know, let me guess. All 3 of you, you're usually so smart. All 3 of you are usually so perceptive, and you usually catch on to these things right away. But by God, I tell you, this one, he was just different. He was such a manipulator, and he was such... It couldn't be that all 3 of you are fucking retards. No. He's got to be the problem. It's not that you didn't have your antenna up. It's not that you were so fucking desperate to fall in love and maybe you got a little bit of jungle fever and you just like leaned into whatever the fuck he told you and you didn't trust but verify. No, it was all his fault. You know, women are powerful. Women are strong. Women are amazing. Until a guy makes them look like a fucking idiot, then all of a sudden they were just powerless and manipulated.
Betsy didn't get divorces or annulments before marrying again. Last year, Tanya Betsy learned Henry was married to Michelle and Brandi Betsy.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage.
Anybody else? I know she's blurred, but anyone else want to point out that she got fat, dude? Sure, it's the least of her worries.
Marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandi.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea that she was actually still married to him.
The wives all blame this
white girl with a nose ring who's got a thing for the darker persuasion. Well, where the fuck did we find this story? Perfectstereotypes.com?
State of Florida for not cross-referencing marriage licenses between counties.
Because if there were safeguards in place and there was cross-referencing on different counties here in the state of Florida, none of this would have ever happened.
Or maybe don't marry a guy before you know if he's already fucking married. How about you do some due diligence? Again, somebody else's fault. State didn't check. He was a bad guy. None of this had anything to do with you and poor judgment.
Counties did talk. That would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
Maybe if you would have been a little more skeptical. And you're not allowed to say that either. You're not allowed to point out, well, maybe if you would have, not had your head up your ass, maybe this would have. How dare you talk that way? She's the victim. Only because she fucking wanted to be. I mean, if you're not looking, you're going to marry someone without knowing their fucking history. You're going to marry someone without knowing, maybe checking in on them, Googling them, seeing if they might have somebody else. Wow. We're not allowed to question that at all. You just dare to be stupid and the rest of us have to go with it.
Thursday sentencing, Michelle Betsy addressed the judge.
And I am unfortunately still the wife of the defendant. I am not here today just as a woman who was betrayed by someone I once trusted, but also speaking on behalf of the other women involved. What he did was not a mistake. It was a deliberate choice, and choices have consequences.
Henry.
God, these fucking, they loved every minute of it. They were fine. They wanted him, the whole deal. And then this happens. And then all of a sudden, woe is me. This guy, This, honestly, this looks straight out of the 1950s. Just a bunch of white women coming up before a white judge going, "This black beast, Your Honor, let me tell you what he did to me." Not that I feel bad for this guy. He did a dumb thing, marrying 3 women at once. What a retard. But at the same time, it seems a little on the nose.
Also spoke.
First and foremost, I want to apologize to the ladies for it. And I want to apologize to the court administration and also to my family and friends that have to be involved in this. Because
the girls all went home and they go, "Oh my God, did you see that he apologized to me? Oh my God. He looks so good in orange too." I bet you at least one of them visits him in prison.
Because ultimately, this is something that, I did not wish on anyone.
Because Henry had no prior criminal convictions and his case in Virginia has not been resolved, the judge said he was limited under the law in what sentence he could impose.
Adjudicated guilty of the bigamy offense, which is going to make him a convicted felon. I'm going to sentence him to 2 years of probation with 8 days credit for time served. He'll undergo a mental health evaluation. He'll complete a certified batterer's intervention program.
Deputies collected Henry.
That'll give you plenty of time to work on converting to Islam. I don't know. Might as well. I mean, they kind of went all the way on this story anyway. Well, I was today years old when I found out that you can get in a whole heap and shit of trouble for marrying 3 women at once. Not something I'd recommend even if it was legal. Who needs that? I mean, shit, I can't even get one right. And now you're going to tack 3 on there? Jesus. Well, let's skip that fucking story. We didn't make a cocksucking dime. 160 away from today's goal. Never mind, guys. Wasn't important. I thought it was a fun story. I thought I did a good job with it. But today, it's like that Robin Williams scene in Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes, there was a time where I considered myself humorous. But today, you have proven me wrong. 160 away from today. Boy, do I just have the fucking nervous shakes, both morning and evening shows. Oh, I'm failing and everybody knows it. 160 away from today. Go ahead and throw a couple of bucks in. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Bing, bing, bing. Boom, boom, boom. Chevy Fan says it's like that Robin Williams scene when he hung himself. Right? Why not? There it is. That's what I'm trying to say, Bapa Shah. Beg, 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 shake, shake, shake. Not bing, 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 boom, boom. I forget what it is. King of All Yeti says, I need to get my ass to Hernando. Well, yeah, there's available fat white broads if you're interested. Root says, man, I've been fucked up on a 3-day weekend with a broad and never busted. Got a scab on my dick from trying so hard. I ain't hating on that alcoholic. I've been there. Got a scab on your dick? Can we, time out. Can we stop there? Great story and all. I do think it helps punch up the story. Don't get me wrong. But you got a scab on your dick? I'd like an explanation. I mean, I don't, but I do want to, I want you to explain. I mean, I don't want to, I need you to explain, but I don't want you to. I need to know how that, but I don't. Let's not get dick scabs. He says, I think a lot of y'all have never lived life. I mean, look, I've done all right for myself, but dick scabs don't seem like a... Crowder Wears Panties says, don't smoke crack, children. I think that's what we need to know about this last story. King of All Yeti says, if you never had a dick scab, you can't be an aristocock. Oh, shit. God darn it to heck, shoot. Vodka Rock says, scabs on your dick is from anal. I mean, the only thing I can think of you get scabs on your dick is like maybe you're dry humping a shitload and your rod is maybe rubbing up against the zipper of your pants and you like cut your dick or you like chafe your cock and then it scabs over. That either that or Roots has been sticking his cock in some really rank pussy and when he pulls it out, it's just a scabbed over, like he, dipped his cock in kerosene and stuck it in a volcano. And now you see this? Now I've talked way too much about Roots cock scabs than I ever wanted to. Now I'm down a rabbit hole. I don't know if I'll ever come out. Don't worry, we weren't making any money tonight anyway. We really need to after somebody fucked up the anniversary show. Rabbi Smoothie with $2 says, excellent story, sir. Thank you. Now make me feel like I have a real show 160 away and not just something I do while I fucking beg for money. Root says, yeah, from her trying, me trying, taking shots and doing acid. Can't bust and you're trying as hard as you can. You rip your dick. Do you ever think that, maybe you were taking shots and doing acid, so maybe don't try? Like tonight's a taking shots and doing acid day. Maybe tomorrow's a fucking day. I mean, you're trying and you're trying and you're trying. And to the point where you rip your dick. I mean, does she go away with pussy scab? Like, what do you guys just have to walk around with bandages for the next couple of days? Do you have to wear one of those cones like you're a dog so you don't itch it or pick it open? King of all Yetis says, shit, I've straight up broken my bone. Now that I've heard of. I've heard of breaking your dick. That is a thing that can happen. That I've heard of. Scabbing your dick? Never heard of that part. Breaking your dick, I've heard of. Pull it out too far. You're going hard at it and you thrust back in, you fucking hit butthole, but not like dead center. You ain't getting in there. You're just breaking your cock. That's all you're doing. Vodka Rock, no. To answer your question, no. Jesus. Baba Shab says Dick Scab would be a great name for a band and or a song. I believe Dick Scab is what we're doing for the goal tonight. It's just a walking fucking Dick Scab. 160 away from today. Can we get some movement or pity at the very least? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Let's do something and pretend we're doing a real show. Pretend we're doing a real show. My Lost Interest says Dick Scabs and Broken Dicks, the new show title. I think that's what we should call it when we're not making any fucking money and we're falling behind and losing terribly. I think we should just call it the Broken Dick Steel Toe Show. Will Donald Trump pardon Diddy? I think he's going to. I think Diddy's getting the Trump pardon. He was asked about it on Newsmax on, I think, Friday. And old Don, they're buddies. I mean, they're friends. I don't think Diddy has a lot to worry about in terms of a long prison sentence. I think the longest they can give him is 20 years, and I don't think they're going to. The least they can give him is 2 years, and I think it'll be closer to that. But I think Trump will bail him out. I think Trump will help out. I don't think it would hurt him very much to pardon Diddy. I think it's one of those things that would be kind of a story that people would follow for a day and then go, all right, there's other shit to consider. It's just another politician fucking pardoning one of his buddies. That's it. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2. I mean, every little bit helps. Says, we need crunchy. We need something. Thank you to Wally World for gifting those 5 memberships. I thought that was going to be the shot in the arm we needed, but come on, let's go. Hey! Scorched Earth with $50 says, keep trying, you'll have scabs. LOL, August dues, boss. I love that Scorched Earth feels like $50 is a good monthly dues. I agree with him. Thank you, pal.
They are afraid.
Oh, my God. I will take that all fucking day. Let's change our standings because Scorched Earth is getting in there. It's second place for Scorched Earth, $50. That's going to put Zen Man in third. It's going to put Miss Tay in fourth. And now Walter just got in the cuck chair, and now he's out of it already. Poor guy. Now Redbird is in the cuck chair with $32. Oh, that was the boost we needed. Now, guys, just a little bit at a time. We've got this thing back on track. Let's get it moving. Let's put Wally at 25 on the board. Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate it. All right, so now that puts us 110 away from today. Boy, that is helpful. Thank you, Scorched Earth. Now everybody just a little bit. And we'll take care of this thing and we'll feel like we're doing a real show. Thanks, guys. All right, let's Donald Trump and Diddy. Again, Mann Act. That's what Diddy got busted on. The law they used to use to bust black guys who were taking white women across state lines to fuck them. Oh, Daniel with $10 says goal. All right, here we go. Now we've got something going. Now we're moving. $100 away. Boom. Perfect. Just $100 away from notching another win for the toe. Well, things have turned around. Wonderful. Here's a great question. Vodka Rock asks Roots, would you bang Crunchy? And Roots says, if I was a cheating bastard, yes, vodka. Wow. I gotta say, that's breaking news to me. Roots would fuck Crunchy. You wanna fucking climb the mountain, don't you? You're a bit of a mountain climber / spelunker, aren't you, Roots? You would fuck Crunchy. Wow. Look at that. Crunchy, if you're watching, not for nothing, but you've got yourself a fan. You've got yourself an admirer, and if he was a cheating bastard, he'd he'd bring a Sherpa along, he'd scale the peaks, he'd take a look inside the cave. Congratulations, Crunchy. Atomic, do with that information what you will. Atomic Ray gifting a membership to King of All Yetis. I love that Yeti's pissed about it. Yeti's very upset that he got a membership. It's like we've tagged him and he can't take it off. Vodka Rock says, Aaron, would you do Crunchy as well? I like Crunchy. Crunchy's fine. I have no issues with Crunchy whatsoever. I would not. Like Root said, if I was a cheating bastard, Crunchy's not my type. I love Crunchy. I think Crunchy's fine. When people were giving Crunchy shit, I defended Crunchy. I don't think Crunchy's hurting anybody. But she's for cheese, you know? She's for cheese. $95 away from today's goal. Let's move past the Crunchy question, shall we? Because I don't know about you, but it's getting a lot of sexy talk in here. Vodka Rock says, Aaron, you are a cheating bastard. Name 10 times. Name 12 times. Name 14 times. Exactly. Roots Calhoun says, 100%. Any chick that can party like that knows what she's doing. I dig them. All right. Roots is scouting talent, essentially. All right, let's get Donald Trump's thoughts on pardoning Diddy. Like I said, I think it's happening. He's already showed with the Epstein shit. He doesn't give a fuck what people think. If he's gonna go ahead and pardon somebody, if Trump's gonna just give away the fucking house and sell us all down the river to do favors, he'll do it and not think twice about it. Let's see what he says about pardoning P. Diddy.
Sean Diddy Combs.
Right.
Would you consider pardoning him?
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know what they did.
That is, God, I'll say this. Between Diddy and Epstein, I wish I had a friend like Donald Trump. Isn't that great? Isn't that a wonderful way to put it? Well, I guess he was half innocent. That's brilliant. That is... I mean, let's be very clear. That's not how any of this fucking works. He beat 2 of the charges. He was guilty of the other 2. So half innocent. If you bat 500 in the majors, you're the greatest hitter who ever lived. It's great. And I wish that, if I were buddies with Donald, I would imagine he'd do the same for me. And by God, would I appreciate it. But that is not how any of this works.
He's still in jail or something. But. Yeah. He was celebrating a victory, but I guess it wasn't as good as a victory. Probably You know, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great.
I used to baby oil up his back while he got cornholed.
Seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
Uh-oh. Never mind, guys. Diddy ain't getting shit from Trump. What Trump is doing, he's like that parent who's upset after a fight. He's like, nah, let him sit in that jail cell. It's good for him. Trump ain't coming to the rescue. He's like, I ran for president, and he said some not so nice things about me. So his black ass can rot in a jail cell.
And it's hard.
I hope he brings baby oil to the joint.
You know, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right?
Is Trump trying to pull I'm a human being, I have feelings, I have feelings. They get hurt. People say mean things about me all the time. Hurts my feelings, makes me sad.
But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements. So I don't know. It's more difficult. It makes it more, I'm being honest, it makes it more difficult to do.
But more likely a no for Combs,
I would say so.
Okay.
More likely a no. Yeah, they're just trying to get Trump for they want the soundbite. Newsmax needs the soundbite. They don't get a lot of heavy rotation. So like, hey, could you just fucking yes or no? No, probably not. No, he said some mean things. And I'm not okay with it. So maybe Diddy's not getting the... I thought they were still cool. That's my bad. I thought they were pals. Apparently much like Epstein, when shit got going rough, then, Trump was very hands-off. Which, again, we're finding out that Trump wasn't so hands-off from Epstein when he said he was. That he was around a little bit more than we thought. Vodka Rock says Crunchy breaks bottles and glasses in her vagina, hence the name. Oh, see, now I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's how Crunchy got her nickname. McBuster says, told you, got to embarrass him to get his attention. Putin found out. Sam Show says, yeah, he didn't pardon Diddy because Diddy was mean, not because it looks like Donnie fucks a little too many things. Yeah, I thought maybe they were cool and that Donald would probably, cut him a little slack, but if we know this, it's that Donald Trump has a long-ass memory when it comes to people shitting on him or giving him a hard time. So, sorry, Did. Looks like you're going to serve whatever sentence they throw at you. All right, boys and girls, we are $95 away from tonight's goal, and we are about an hour and 10 minutes away from the end of tonight's show. So, I think we're looking pretty good. Just go ahead and throw a couple of bucks our way, and let's just keep it moving. Keep it moving. $95 away from tonight's goal. Gifted memberships, the whole deal. Let's call it another win for the toe. Candace Owens is letting us know that Donald Trump wanted her to stop talking about Emmanuel Macron's wife. By the way, I watched that Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, the whole interview, which we're about to play a clip of now. And I didn't realize how she might win that Macron thing, because they're not necessarily suing her for the thing where she called Bridget Macron a man, which, by the way, if you look into it, that's not like a crazy bullshit type of thing. There's a lot to that. There's a chance that Bridget Macron really was a dude. What they're suing her for was that she said that she groomed Emmanuel Macron and that she basically molested him. Which, again, if you look into it, they met when he was 14 and she was his drama teacher. She was 30-something. He's 14, and she said he was wise beyond his years. He was a prodigy. He was so much more mature than his age. And then that's what predators say. Predators say shit like that to justify what they're doing. So Bridget Macron is on record. She said all this stuff. And Candace Owens goes, well, then she's a predator and she might be a dude too. She might be a trans person, which I'm confused because I always thought that for progressives, there was nothing wrong with being a trans person. You know, it's like if someone says, you know, with progressives, you will get in trouble for this if they go, oh, are you gay? And you're like, yeah, no, I'm not gay. They're like, well, actually, it's not okay. It's not very progressive. It's not very PC for you to openly, aggressively deny that you're being gay, because then you're saying that there's something wrong with it. Same thing. I wonder if it's the same way with the trans thing. Like Bridget Macron going, oh, ooh, no, I'm not trans. Like that's kind of, I don't know, if you ask me, it's kind of insulting. But either way, Candace Owens has been going pretty hot on this for a while. The whole Bridget Macron is a dude and she groomed Emmanuel Macron. She's been asking, why don't you show pictures of you with your young children? You know, why aren't there any pictures of you pregnant? Basically, they're doing with Macron the thing that people have been saying about Michelle Obama for all these years. You know, there's people that believe Michelle Obama is actually a guy. And their whole thing is, well, why don't you show pictures of you when you were pregnant? Why don't you show, like, is there any of you, like, in the hospital after you gave birth to your children? Same thing with Macron. They can't seem to find these. So Candace Owens has been talking about this for a while. She finally caught a lawsuit from the Macron family. She's fighting it. Her husband is filthy fucking rich. And she broached the subject. She talked about it for a bit on Tucker. And here's what she had to say.
What is going on with Macron?
I mean, it's the craziest thing that's ever happened, certainly in my life. It's been repeatedly crazy, from the Trump call to the lawsuit. I didn't even know.
Can you just back up a little bit for those who don't know what you're referring to, the Trump call? What does that mean?
So I was called by Trump in February. Emmanuel Macron had visited Trump, and I had done this series about, it was about his wife, Brigitte Macron. And the series got a lot of views, and Emmanuel Macron personally flew to DC and asked Trump to ask me to shut up.
Now, okay, I don't think that's why he came to I don't think Emmanuel Macron came to the United States and was like, I need you to tell the Negro woman to shut her mouth. I don't think that, we need you to tell that, dark-skinned bitch. I don't know. He's French-Canadian, kind of. I don't know. My accent. My French is not very good. If you play that romantic, like Parisian street music, maybe I can get the voice down. But, I need you, Mr. Trump, to tell a negress to comb her tits. Whatever fucking voice that is. But I think he came there for like an official meeting. And while he was there, he was like, could you tell Dark Chocolate to shut her fucking mouth, please, about my wife? I think that's probably more what it was. Not like Emmanuel, like she makes it sound like Emmanuel Macron got on a jet and was like, I need to talk to him about the black chick. I don't think that's it. God, she is fucking pretty though.
To just stop speaking about his wife.
So what is he suing you over? What does the suit claim?
Well, it claims a lot. It's 200 pages.
200 pages.
200 pages. And what's really interesting is my series was based on a book. I worked with Xavier Poussard, who is a journalist, a very credible journalist in France, who worked on the story for 8 years and ended up having...
Right. So it's not like she's pulling this out of her ass. Like, I learned a lot in this interview that, like, there's a lot of smoke. No pun intended. There's a lot of smoke around this Macron's a dude thing. That, like, it's not just like a conspiracy theory that comes up out of the nether regions of the internet. There's a lot to this. And it's not necessarily the pieces that are there as much as the pieces that aren't there. And the fact that she kind of looks like a bulldog. She kind of looks like someone who used to be a guy. So that doesn't, she kind of looks like the guys from Spinal Tap now in a wig. Just a little. Gray Duckling said with $2 says that was just a Will Sasso French impression. Oh, was I just doing Sasso from Super Troopers 2? My bad. That is kind of what my impression is. I need you to tell black woman to shut her chocolate mouth. That's about it.
Move his family to Italy because of what Brigitte and her husband, France is a whole different political system.
Certainly is.
And they can just bring charges against you.
It's an authoritarian country run completely by Macron. And they pretend that's not true, but it is true.
It is 1,000% true.
And his wife's big hulking cock that's all scabbed over.
And so journalists that first got wise to the fact
the wife of our president has scabbed over cock. We call it Roots Calhoun dick. There's nothing she can do. She tuck it up so tight against her leg that the thing rub against the inside of her thigh. She no wear a talcum powder on her leg, and the cock it rub against inside of leg, and she get this scab a cock. You feel a underside of a president's wife's dick. It feel like you are reading Braille. Bridget Macron, she no shit. She strap her dick to inside of her leg, the underside of her penis. She looked like the Harvey Dent after the bombing. She look a little like Aaron Eckhart in The Dark Knight. She turned over one side of her penis. It scabbed.
Fact that Brigitte Macron kind of didn't exist for 30 years of her life. Were harassed by the government. They filed charges against them for, first and foremost, invasion of privacy. So there was never a dispute when she was...
That is right, because the thing that Brigitte Macron has, that giant French pastry strudel she have hanging from her leg, that is a private part. We don't talk about that. Emmanuel Macron, he may like to get the peg. He was a theater kid. Brigitte liked to butt the fuck him.
These charges about. She never brought a charge against people for saying that she was born a man.
Oh, that's what I learned in the interview. It's not about like Brigitte Macron could like whip her cock out in court, and it doesn't necessarily mean that she has no case. It's about like the totality of all the accusations, like the grooming and all of that stuff. It's fucking bizarre. It's fucking, the whole thing is fucking bizarre. McBuster says all French people sound like a skunk. McBuster says scab callback. That's it. I'm cooking some chicken skin. Oh God, I'm going to puke. My Lost Interest says French impression, slowly becoming Iraqi terrorist. I say to my friend, I strap a bomb to my chest. I go into a American consulate. I yell the Allahu Akbar, and I blow them to a kingdom come. It's no, I get it. I understand the lack of contributions now. Vodka Rock calling it Pepe Lato. I tell you right now, goal at $95. I get to $90. I'm pretty happy about this, but unlike Brigitte Macron, my cock does not strap down to my knees. She have Brigitte Macron, much larger manhood than the rest of us. Jesus. Cocktiff says it sounds like an illegal Cajun Mexican. I slap on a roof and then I make a shrimp and grits. Stupid. Really is stupid. Roots Calhoun says it sounds like Aldo's Italian accent in Inglourious Bastards. Buongiorno. Si. Correcto. Arrivederci. Anonymous Fake Dono with $5 says Aaron's never-ending show energy and dedication to the goal should be an example to us all. Wow, thank you. Anonymous Fake Dono for making it sound like I just said that about myself. Thank you. $90 away from today's goal. Vodka Rock, who went from steel toe hater to I'm pretty sure they're a fan tonight. They can't. Here's the thing about your average steel toe hater. The only thing they have is the goal. I've said that before. And we admit openly here, we're like, it's embarrassing, the goal. The goal is embarrassing, truly. But the rest of the show is so fucking entertaining. Whether you're in the chat or you're just watching the show, you can't help it. You can't help but engage. Whether it's our chat or what we're doing here, you can't help it. You love it too much. But Vodka Rock, I will say this. I cannot answer your question. Aaron, what girl name would you pick if you went trans? Do you know? Like, there is zero win in that answer for me. There's no name. I could pick the greatest trans name of all time. It doesn't matter. And I'm actually, it hurts my feelings. I know you don't like me very much, but I thought there was like a little bit of respect, you know, where you're like, well, you know, Aaron's not a complete and total retard. And I see now that you think I'm a complete and total retard. How dare you? People are guessing in the chat, though, what my name would be. Alex Aaron Imholt with an E. Penelope. Ruth says my name would be, I'd be a cute Penelope. Gordo Thunderass. You know, if you guys would just throw $5 into each of these jokes, we'd have the $90 knocked out in no time. Just letting you know, 90 away from tonight's goal and an hour left in the program. Let's hammer it out. Let's call it a win for the toe. Please and thank you. Let's do this thing. Guadalupe, Sharon, Gabe Horn, Sharon Femholt. I wouldn't change my last name. LaFonda, Teresa, Mai Arona, Sally, Shaniqua, Donna Dangler. Now, see, why are we changing my last name for my trans name? Schmiegel Goldbagel. Call back. We don't need to do this. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2 says Aaron Michaeline Imhol. Oh, I could change my first name to Aaron with an E, my middle name to Michaeline, and then my last name would be Imholt. Okay. Mecca Jones says, how about a nice German name? Mohammed Angolala. And it's pretty German right now. Bobby Levy. Jane. Honky says, your trans name would be March because it always comes before April. I fucking hate you. I wish I didn't like that one. You piece of rat shit. You dickbag. Anonymous. Oh, here we go. Anonymous with $10. That's always really helpful when it's anonymous. Those never get called fake. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $10. $80 away from tonight's goal. Keep it moving. $80. Now I can taste the fucking goal. Now I feel good. Keep me feeling good. Let's keep knocking those out 5 or 10 at a time. And let's call it a win. McBuster says your girl name would be Carl. Apparently Keanu kind of scored a few punches on Carl on Kevin's show. I saw that. She ran off Tukey. I got to say, that Tukey guy, he had so much potential. And then he just got way too wrapped up in the internet. And now I think he thinks the puppet is real. I think he's done one of those psychological breaks. And I'm sorry if I had a part to play in this, because he got like steel-toe derangement syndrome. And he went from like funny puppet guy to now he's just angry, angstful, like, Keanu, no, the anniversary show couldn't have gone well. And he's like the puppet is getting mad at Keanu because she's like, we had a great time. It was a fun event. Gino and I had a fun time hanging out with Aaron. And like Kevin had to kick the puppet off the show because the puppet couldn't control himself. There was so much hope for the poor puppet, but then it's like when you blow a gasket and you kind of lose your mind with steel-toe derangement syndrome and you're a person, it makes sense because you're a fat chud and you kind of look like the internet. But when you do it as a puppet, there's an extra layer of mental break to it that I think is unfortunate. Cockdiff says, Honky, I think you win the internet today with the March joke. That was, you know what? That was probably the best one of the day so far. Sam Show says, shut up, Aaron. The puppet is real. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Oh, boy. Cockdiff says, I wonder how many children's tears are on that puppet. I wonder how much fecal matter. But that's a question for another day. Pray by 12 becoming a member for 6 months. Thank you. He says, Aaron Macron backed out of the suit as DNA was needed. No, Macron didn't back out of the suit. I don't think so. Macron, Candace Owens. Is this new information? I feel like I would have read this today. Nope. All I'm getting is Candace Owens claimed Trump warned her off specious Bridget Macron thing. Yeah, just the thing we saw a little bit ago. That was it. That's all I see. All right, guys. Thank you very much. $80 away from today's goal. Snigger Niggardly says the puppet was never funny. A wop with a puppet persona has more red flags than a Soviet parade. That's true. Like a fat, middle-aged wop with a puppet does scream ice cream truck for the wrong reasons. But, you know. What? Vodka Rock, it's not real. It's not real. But yeah, if you can get a puppet to lose its mind, I think you've broken the puppet at that point. Let's do the next one we've got. Oh no! Oh shit! We're going from Aaron's trans lady names and kind of good-naturedly shitting on the mentally broken pup names, and kind of good-naturedly shitting on the mentally broken puppet. It's all fun. It's all fun. But we're going from that. Oh God, Blukey. You guys do, because it can be very, very funny. All right, do me a favor. Throw in some of those memberships, some of those Rumble rants, some of those Venmos. We're very close. Let's finish it off. $80 away in the next 50 minutes. Let's kill it. This next story is about a dog that was abused. And apparently, like, it's kind of like a bounce back story. Like, it's supposed to be a feel good story, but it's so fucking tragic. I'm tired of going from these funny bits that we do to a goddamn dead dog notification. This is about Bruce the German Shepherd. This one, I actually, I'll be honest. I picked this one because I thought you guys would think it was a little sad, but also like kind of a nice change of pace. Now, if I go back into the chat and it's all gay, queer, what are you going to do? Cry, homo? Then I'll know not to do shit like this again. But until that happens, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce, the German Shepherd. Oh, shit. I'm going to get an ad.
No compromise in your safety.
I knew it. I'm getting closer. I'm getting better. I'm able to notice them now when they're about to show up. So you give me like another week and I'll be able to fucking pick these out and avoid them. I'm telling you. You give me like, you know what, by the end of this week, I'll be able to pick these out. All right, here's the Bruce the German Shepherd story. Off we go.
This is Bruce. He's a German Shepherd who had to have his ears removed after investigators say he barely survived the abuse that his former owner in Port Charlotte put him through.
Like, what kind of abuse do you get that your ears have to be taken away? What do you just like neglect them and like fleas like nibble at your ears and you get infections and you got to cut them? Either way, like, we got to have tougher laws on especially dog abuse. I don't care what people do to cats, but like dog abuse and horse abuse and shit like that, when you just leave them out and they get bugs and infections and illnesses and all kinds of shit, like, it's got to be tougher than what we do now, because now it's like they arrest the person. I don't even think they go to jail. They just take all the dogs away from them, and it's like we gotta start doing something sinister to these fucking people, because it's like, I can understand hitting a human being. I can understand fighting a human being. I can even understand some people, they get so mad, they kill a human being. Human beings can piss you off. Human beings can fuck you over. But dogs, bunnies, horses, goats, shit like that, like, there's a special place in hell for people who neglect a dog.
Fox 4 Charlotte County community correspondent Alex Orenchuk, and Bruce is now recovering and happy in a foster home, while his former owner faces animal cruelty charges.
With a full coat and a wagging tail, Bruce
so
is a far cry from what he looked like when Charlotte County Animal Control picked him up in February. He was skin and bones, had lost most of his fur, and his body was covered in infections, including in his ears, which later had to be removed.
Okay, that's what it was.
Now he doesn't really have a lot of hearing.
Lisa Leff has fostered Bruce.
Yeah, like, we can't throw this guy in prison for a couple of years at least. for doing shit like this to a dog. And I would hope that the minute that started happening, that the minute these animal neglectors started going to prison, like that would be one of the most targeted and beat up groups of people, would be the people who fucking abuse dogs.
Through the Animal Welfare League of Charlotte County since then, seeing him through his incredible recovery.
I took one look at him and said, how could I not? I was very excited when he finally started to shed because it meant he had extra fur.
Leff says Bruce has never held his past against anyone and has been a perfect dog from the start.
He is so sweet.
Well, if you've been nearly eaten to death by fleas, you probably wouldn't have a lot of stomach for fighting and a lot of energy for attacking people. I mean, you've been beaten down by life pretty bad at this point. Oh, it's so sad to see a dog with no ears.
Walks next to you and he's very controlled and he waits for you to go out the door. So he has such good
Sees an anthill, he gets triggered and loses his fucking mind.
manners that we were like, this dog is too good for us. We don't know what to do.
On Monday, Bruce's former owner, a 30-year-old Port Charlotte woman, was arrested and faces a felony animal cruelty charge.
That's it.
Leff tells me the work to get Bruce to this point has all been worth it.
The payoff has been to look at him now and just see that he's happy. He's not in pain anymore. Now he's just a happy guy.
Now Bruce is available.
He kind of, I mean, no offense. Like, this is a good, happy story. I'm glad the dog's okay, but he looks like shit. Like, I bet you that dog looks a hell of a lot older than he actually is. He's been through it, man. But, like, still, like, what? Did you hear that? One felony count. The dog got eaten by fleas so badly that they had to lop his fucking ears off and you could see his rib cage. And all you can get for that is 1 count of animal cruelty. And if this person doesn't have a record, I bet you they don't go to jail for a day. Long Balls with $10. Thank you, Long Balls. Says my woman has strong ears for tugging. I don't think that's what they were talking about, pal. I don't think they were talking about tugging for the ears. Thank you very much. $75 away from today's goal. Guys, keep going. Keep it up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, beg, shake, shake, shake. Let's get that last $75 taken care of and call it a perfect Monday. Echo Test says depressing political story, followed by stupid political story, followed by a dog being abused. You have got to let me help you, sir. Everyone's having fun. What do you want from me? You don't like the choice of, you don't like the selection. You didn't like the naming me as a trans woman bit? Echo Test, I'm really sorry about that. Echo Test, as you can see, no likey our story selection today. Vodka Rock says my boyfriend holds my ears and rides me like a Harley Davidson. I didn't. None of this was necessary. I didn't. Is this my payback for April and I being fucking disgusting on the air for so long? Is that what you guys are doing? Because I don't need to know this about your girlfriends and your boyfriends and your ears and your Harley Davidsons. I don't need to know about Roots having scabs all over his cock. We heard about that tonight. Apparently, Roots has scab dick. I literally could have gone the rest of my life without knowing that. But thank you, all of you, for the ear-tugging stories. Long Balls, I appreciate that. Roots with your scabby dick. Thanks, guys. Honky says, no ears is sexy. Is it? I didn't know. $75 away and 2 gifted memberships away from 300 members on the Rumble end of things. Go ahead and throw us a couple of bucks. Somebody sent this in and said, these are Aaron's impressions. Remember my Emmanuel Macron impression from earlier. Someone sent this in and says, this is me doing impressions. I already think this is going to be inaccurate, but let's see.
Attended a special dance workshop of Babson Babasai, director, choreographer, and incredible house dancer from Paris.
Oh, this is Tony, like the Mickey, Tony Basil? The chick who did, wow. Okay, so she does impressions. All right.
When the workshop finished, he invited me to dance for the class. Being unprepared, I froze. Christina Benedetti, organizer of the event, looked at me with a raised eyebrow.
Why did you send me this? This is fucking garbage. Why? Give me a timestamp. Why am I playing this? I'm getting nervous now. I got to do a $75 level performance in the next 45 minutes, and you're giving me rat shit to work with. All right, let's continue. Maybe this has something, but I'm getting feisty.
And telepathically said to me, "You better dance, bitch." I danced. Babson posted it with my age titling the piece. The obvious reason it went viral. Dance is my drug. I've never stopped.
What the fuck is this?
If you use it, you don't lose it.
What did you send me? What does this have to do with the French thing? I don't know what this had to do with anything. I'm only keeping this running now because I'm perplexed as to how you thought this fit in with whatever the fuck we were up to tonight. What did this have to do? I was doing a shitty French impression about Bridget Macron tying her dick to her leg, and you sent me the chick from the Mickey music video doing some kind of weird terrorism dance in front of a bunch of Hamas militants. What the fuck are you doing? Explain to me why you sent this in, because I'm at a loss. Now everybody's excited and they're clapping and we're having fun. I mean, there's only 40 seconds left. I have to let it go now. Rah, rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. There was a cat who really was gone. Rah, rah, Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. What the... I don't even know what the fuck I just watched. I don't know why that was good. I don't know why that needed to be viral. I don't understand what it had to do with making fun of French people. I am, as more than really I ever have been in this show's history, I am at a complete and utter loss. I don't know. Echo Test says I may not have been a PD for long, but it worked. It worked! How the fuck was that better than what we were doing before? I don't get it. I'm being gaslit by Echo Test. My lost interest says, can you say this clip sucks using your French impression? Fuck you. I think that the woman who was doing the dancing with the Mickey did a good job and she did not break a hip. Fucking retarded. I did it anyway. And you know why I did it? Because I'm $75 behind tonight's goal and it's almost 8 o'clock and I'm starting to feel pressure. That's why I got a nice 45-minute reprieve when we had that big rally that came in. So we got to do a little show. We got to sing and dance a little bit, but now nothing's coming in. I'm $75 away. I got to rebuild after the anniversary show because I paid way too many people, way too much fucking money. And now I got to fucking get W's. And so now I put myself under a microscope and every little thing is, oh shit, that ain't going to get it done. That's all I'm saying. But thank you. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, etc., etc. Beg, beg, beg. Shake, shake, shake. Let's try to give ourselves a fighting chance tonight, as it were. Throw a couple of bucks our way, see what we can do. I love checking on this stuff. A couple of years ago, during the Biden administration, countries across the globe pledged to triple their renewable energy capacity by 2030. You know, this was one of those summits where they all fly out on private jets and then cut down a shitload of rainforest and build a convention hall for themselves so they can all figure out how to save the world from pollution and climate change. Well, when they were doing this, they said by 2030, we're going to triple our renewable energy output, solar, wind, hydro, whatever. You remember the Biden administration said they were going to build tens of thousands of charging stations with your tax dollars, and they ended up spending all the money, but I think they built like 10 charging stations across the country. They did not build as many as they said they were going to. And you might be asking, well, then what did they end up doing with that money? Because they received like $8 billion to build those charging stations. Do we know what happened to the money? No, it just went to companies. They just got the money to build the charging stations, and they built them. No, they didn't even, not even close. Almost seems like they weren't even fucking trying. So you're saying they just took the money and then just left? Yeah, pretty much. So this was all part of the Biden grand plan to get the whole world, sucking off the sun for light bulbs. Let's check in and see how it's going. 2 years in, triple your capacity by 2030. The landmark pledge to triple the world's renewable energy capacity by 2030 already looks in danger of not being met, according to a new report. Targets put forward by national governments for the rollout of technologies like wind and solar will bring global installations far short of what countries committed to at the UN COP28 summit in 2023. The renewable goal was agreed in Dubai, which, again, I'm sure they didn't burn a shitload of fossil fuels in Dubai, getting everybody there, partying, hanging out. Dubai's not really known as a party place, so I'm sure there weren't a lot of fossil fuels burned. Ember calculated the total will hit just 7.5 terawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2030. Now, a little more than double the 3.4 terawatts installed in 2022. So they're going to miss it by pretty much half the way. They're going to be lucky to get to double, and they needed to get to triple. It's almost like it's just a bunch of fucking rich guys flying out a bunch of other rich guys so they can all suck and fuck each other and talk about what an amazing, incredible job they're doing saving the world. And then when they go home, forgetting all about it. You know what it is? This is the world government when it comes to climate change. Remember in high school when we would have those assemblies where they would have someone come in and talk about bullying and how sad it is? And they'd show a video of one of their classmates killing themselves or whatever. And then everyone would cry and like, we're never going to bully again. Cliques are bad and we need to all be friends. And everyone's just having this epiphany. And then when they come to school the next day, the first thing they do is shove a rainbow-haired kid into a locker and go, get out of the way, faggot. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that lasted all of about 12 hours. That is world leaders' commitment to renewable energy. It sounds great. It gives them an excuse to fly out and cut class, AKA running their country, so they can go out and hang out with all the cool kids and then go, we're going to do so well. We're going to do so much better now. And then as soon as they get home, they're like, could you do me a favor? Could you just, drill right through the head of a baby seal so that we can gas up Marine One and fly off to Camp David for a weekend for no fucking reason? It's all horseshit. And I'm not begrudging these politicians because I would do it too if my followers were all brain dead retards who lapped up everything I said. I mean, you tell these environmentalists that you're doing this and they consider it done. They're like, yeah, oh yeah. See, I told you they're committing to renewable energy. And then when they go, hey, you guys missed it by all the way. Why aren't we there yet? Oh, I don't know. Well, we tried really hard for you guys. And I mean, they'll step on the same rake in another couple of years and they'll be convinced that the rest of us are just naysayers. Just count on it. Keanu with $5. Thank you, Keanu. Keanu says your drag queen name, Anita Mae Kagol. You're welcome. Oh, Anita Make a Goal. Beg, beg, beg. Hey, you beg, 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 shake, shake, shake is what you do. Yeah, shake those beautiful drag titties. In fairness, Keanu, it was not drag. It was full-on trans. Thank you. Dan Vicious with $5. Thank you very much, bud. Appreciate it. All right, that means $65 away from the goal. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships, beg, shake, shake, shake. Anita make a goal. Anonymous Fake Dono with $5 says, what do you call a dog with no ears? Anything you want. He can't hear you. It's not very nice to the abandoned and abused dog from earlier. Hey, guys, we got a little over a half hour left, and we are $60 away from the goal. That was a nice little rally. Let's get 3-4 more of those, and we'll be good to go. Knock it out.
And there will be gorilla shit all over the Omni.
Exactly. My Lost Interest says, wait, so we stop global warming by shoving a gay kid into a locker? No. You know what? You're right. I was probably talking too fast. I was saying too much. No, I don't think climate change is going to be solved by shoving gay kids into lockers. Yeah, I mean, if it could be, I feel like it would have been solved by then, if that was the case. Crowder Wears Panties says she means your tits literally drag on the floor. See, that's hurtful. I don't think that's what she meant. And you're just hurting my feelings. Vodka Rock says, come on, Kiki, pay the rest of the goal. I say the rest of you pay the rest of the goal. Let's go. Beg, shake, shake, shake. Let's call it a perfect Monday. You're making me work for it. Let's just make sure we get there by the end of the night. If you got a 20 drop on you, we'll take a 20 drop too. Makes no never mind to me. However we get to that 60, let's just make sure we get there. This is fucking insane. This is going to sound like I'm making this up and that this is like a made-up conspiracy deal, but it's 100% true. A bunch of billionaires got together recently on an abandoned aircraft carrier, and they developed a plan to block out the sun. This wasn't like a G7 thing. This wasn't like a hypothetical, like, hey, you know, like NASA doing a thing like what would happen if we block out the sun. No. This was a bunch of, not billionaires, I'm sorry, scientists funded by billionaires got together, played with these billionaires' money, maybe their balls, I don't know, played with their money, and these billionaires went, develop us a plan on how to block out the sun. Now that is like some next level Dr. Evil, Dr. Claw type of shit. There's no reason to block out the sun. There is no situation where we would need to block out the sun to encourage the growth and saving of human life. The only reason we would block out the sun is because of some sinister fucking hostage attempt by some crazy billionaire like Lex Luthor to try and extort money out of the rest of the world's governments. So the fact that this was done is troubling in and of itself. According to Politico, there was a failed experiment called Greenfinger. And Greenfinger was an experiment designed to block out the sun to stop climate change. So your climate change would become such a problem at some point in the future that you would have to block out the sun to stop it. Now, all you need to do is subscribe to the What If channel, and they would tell you what would happen if you block out the sun. It would be pretty fucking bad. Blocking out the sun to stop climate change is like nuking your dog to get rid of its case of fleas. It's not the best. You're going to create a lot more problems than just the flea thing. The initial test was only meant to be a prequel. Even before it began, the researchers were talking with donors and consultants about conducting a 3,900 square mile cloud creation test off the coasts of North America, Chile, or South Central Africa, according to more than 400 internal documents. Apparently, no one is comfortable with scientists purposely messing with the weather, but the Pritzker Invitation Fund believes in the importance of research that helps improve climate models and enables policymakers and the public to better understand whether climate interventions like marine cloud brightening are feasible and advisable. Now, They're coming up with words for like chemtrails and cloud seeding because all of that stuff sounds terrible and bad, and weather manipulation and weather control. All of that sounds terrible, and it brings about bad images in our brain. But if you call it marine cloud brightening, everybody likes the Marines. Then I guess it's okay. These people all need to be stopped. I mean, and by the way, these people don't stop on their own. We saw this during COVID. We need to put them in cages before they hurt themselves or more importantly, the rest of us. Rachel Pritzker, the fund's founder and president, said in a statement, quote, "We will only get answers to these questions through open research that can inform science-based democratic decision-making." What's democratic about letting a bunch of billionaire-funded scientists play God? I don't seem to remember that working out very well 5 years ago. I mean, it worked out for the wealthy and the powerful, but it didn't work out so well for us. Look, you know what? Hey, look, you guys probably have so many fucking schemes and scams and experiments that you're going to fuck around with. I don't know what your next thing is. What, nuking the fucking humpback whales? Why don't you do that and leave the sun alone? Let's skip out blocking out the sun, and I'll let you do some really sinister shit to like cheetahs or something. There's gotta be some kind of fucked up thing. Like, didn't Fauci feed beagle heads to sand fleas? There's gotta be some kind of weird, fucked up, sociopathic, Jeffrey Dahmer type shit you creepy autists want to do. Just let's not block out the sun. I never thought I'd have to use that sentence in a broadcast or in my real life, but I'm begging the billionaire-funded scientists, don't block out the sun. We need it. It's useful. The sun. It's something we kind of need. Echo Test says, well, we might need to do it to crush the solar-powered robot revolution. Well, you know what? You're right. I didn't think of that. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, now I'm realizing the error of my ways. You know what that's called? That's called being short-sighted. I forgot about the solar-powered robot revolution. And that's so on me. You're so right, Echo Test. I'm glad you came out here tonight to set me straight. Hey, guys, $60 away from today's goal. Need to hit them. We need to rally up and rebuild the old war chest after that fucking anniversary show ran way over budget. $60 away. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Ah, yes, we can go back to smelling desperation on Aaron again. It's wonderful. It's not. It's incredibly stressful, and I hate it. So throw in a couple of bucks, please, right now, before the next 25 minutes gets ultra beggy. Great show tonight. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, and keep me from becoming a rambling fucking mess, if you could. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, beg, shake, shake, shake. Probably in about 10 minutes or so, it'll officially be time to take pity on the toe. We need to start knocking out these goals regularly as we have been. We need to keep up that vibe and that energy. So please, guys, let's go. Start throwing in those gifted memberships and start knocking it down. Need you, baby. All right. I don't know, and this is going to make me look like a guy who knows fucking nothing about anything, but I don't know who Brandi Glanville is, and I'm sure I'm supposed to. The only thing I know about Brandi Glanville is she is the victim of one of the funniest fucking stories of the day. She apparently burned the skin of her face off with Nair, trying to kill a parasite. I love this story. Before we get to this story, and the pictures we have are fucking jarring. You're going to find... Now, if you don't know what Nair is, I have a borderline understanding. Nair is a hair removal product. I've heard that it's mostly black women who use it, but Nair is a hair removal product that basically burns your hair off. Now, you're not supposed to put too much on like your skin or anything like that because you'll see in a little bit. But this Brandi Glanville tried it. And okay, so she's one of the Real Housewife lady. Oh my God, look at the fun bags on that hose hound. Goo. Okay, we'll get to, yeah. Don't kids, don't put Nair on your face. It's not recommend. I'm seeing the video right now. Not a good call. Dan, since we need lots of money, Dan Vicious with $2, he takes priority. He says, who is Rachel Pritzker? See, I was hoping you guys wouldn't get into that. Rachel Pritzker. She's the woman who wanted to black out the sun to cure climate change. Rachel Pritzker is an heir of the Pritzker family fortune, a center-left Democratic activist and funder and a proponent of eco-modernism. All right. So she's someone who wants to use her billions of dollars to control scientific experiments, to do things that she thinks would. Should I just look? Should we just search it? Rachel Pritzker. Wait, I don't think so. Oh, fuck. Never mind. All right, every time. All right. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. I was really looking forward to that one. I was looking forward to be able to look at you guys and go, see, shut up. It's not every goddamn time. Stop with your horse shit. Shit. You know what? I should have let that one go, because I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of felt that. I felt that I had a weird tinge when I searched it. And I was like, you know what? Wait, let this one go. And then after the first few search results, I was like, hey, I think we're all right on this one. Nope. Papa Shab says, sometimes you have to react like a caveman. Look, maybe she wants to block out the sun for a good reason. All right, let's do this Brandi Glanville story. And while I do that, guys, I don't want to lose tonight. No losing, no losses, no losing the goal. $60 away. Let's start getting those big chunks in again, because we've only got 20 minutes left. I was kind of hoping for like 2, 5, 10 at a time, and we'd knock it out nice and slow. We need to just get moving on this, because the quieter we are, the more worried I get. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rant, Super Chats. Come on, gifted memberships. Let's go. Let's get it moving. I want to do this story right, and I'm sitting here panicking. All right. Brandi Glanville, parasite, trying to kill the parasite, nares her fucking face off. Ready? Go. Ah, fucker. I mean, don't, but holy shit. I'll take the parasite. It looks like she's melting. Like it looks like somehow it looks worse than Two-Face. You know, like when you could see his jawbone and shit and his teeth through his cheek. It looks worse. I've seen leishmaniasis that looks better than this. Holy. You know what I love about her, though? And I've never seen this Brandi Glanville before. God bless her. You know what I love about her? Even with her face melted off by Nair, she's still like, you know what? I got to accessorize. I'm putting the bow in my hair so I look cute. I appreciate that. I really do. You have no idea. The fact that her face is fucking burnt off from the cheekbones down, but she's like, you know, it's really the bow that's going to bring it all together and make me pretty.
Okay, guys, I'm getting back to you because I don't know how to do TikTok, and I know I look attractive.
You look like Red Skull just got hit by the Tesseract.
So, good news.
No, wrong. I don't care what you're about to say. Wrong. Even if you're about to say the parasite is gone. Still, it's no good. This is not a good. I appreciate you being an optimist and great tits, by the way, but there's no good news to this.
You guys don't have to spend a lot of money on pills and lasers anymore.
Yeah.
Because I decided to put Nair on my face because when I have an exfoliated face, it pisses the Caroline off, whoever's living in my face.
So she has a parasite. She's named it Caroline. So she put black woman pussy hair sauce on her face to kill the parasite. We're skipping over how the fuck you got a parasite in your head? All right.
Right here, right now, and right here.
Don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch
she
it.
She moved up here when I did the Nair. And, yeah. But you know what I mean.
What the fuck kind of crud are you living in? You just pick up parasites that crawl all over your face when you do shit?
So, Nair is the fountain of youth. I figured it out. But
This is the fountain of youth. I feel like the fountain's filled with battery acid, honey. I don't think you.
I overdid it. 7 minutes, don't do it. But right now, my mom, because she trusts me, I'm coloring her. She had the wrong color hair. Wait, I'm coloring her hair, and then I'm gonna laminate her brows, which I've done to myself.
I wouldn't let this bitch touch me with a 10-foot pole. You burned your face off with pussy hair juice. What the fuck? Because there's a parasite. Brandi also claimed Nair burned the loose skin off her arms and cautioned others to tread carefully. To soothe the damage, she recommended a homemade spray of aloe vera, cucumber, and black tea. Or just don't use the black lady pussy hair shit. Papa Shab says, did she name it? Yeah, Caroline. Caroline is the name of her parasite that she tried to kill with black lady pussy hair juice. Echo Test says immediately changes username to black woman pussy hair juice. Well, I mean, what did she burn her face off with if not black woman pussy hair juice? I ask you. Dude looks like swamp water Chad. Vodka Rock says that's an STD she got for blowing her husband. Her husband is coming parasites? Oh, God. Echo Test says, whoa, taste, parasiteception. Just don't burn your fucking face off with Nair. Again, this is kind of like the block out the sun thing. I didn't need to know. Or I didn't think we needed to let you guys know not to do that. All right, here's what I'm fucking doing. Can we get like inside of 40 by 8:30? I'll go longer tonight. My show is struggling. I'm struggling. Gotta hit the goals. The goal is life. We keep dropping the goals down for you guys. You know, you got the Rumble Creator Program. We're blessed to have that. They help us out a bunch. We got to drop the mornings under 3, the evenings under 2 because of that. In exchange, I'd really like to knock these out, guys. It would be nice. Raz of Chaz with $1. Thank you. Dan Vicious with $2. Thanks. It's like those who reject Christ want destruction. Oh, shit. Raz of Chaz with $1 says, Aaron, what were you saying earlier? All right, I'll play it in a second. About $60 away from today's goal. I mean, I'll go longer. I got to win. I mean, there's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts about it. We took some shows off. I did an anniversary show where I overpaid the shit out of everybody. We were way up too. And I fucking squandered all that, didn't I? Good job, retard. Nice work. Go ahead and throw a couple of bucks our way. I'd appreciate it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. This is the part of the show. The rest of it was the doing the show part. This is the humiliating and embarrassing myself so I don't have to get a real job part. All right, let's see what the clip was. Says my boyfriend holds my ears and rides me like a Harley Davidson. I didn't say that. They said that. That was Vodka Rock. Vodka Rock, tell them in the chat, please. Vodka Rock, would you tell them that you said that, not me? Please. Vodka Rock will set you straight. Rabbi Smoothie with $2 says, what's up with the debit cards, night crew? Chuck, can we get fucking moving, please? 55 away for today. 55 away. Let's get going. 14 minutes left. Oh, we just crossed the pity barrier. Now you got to throw in just for pity at this point. Throw in a couple of bucks. Let's get a win for the toe. It'll be a humiliating win for the toe, but it'll be a win for the toe. Vodka Rock says, I have no idea. You fucking bullshitting piece of shit. No, you're the one who said the riding the Harley Davidson with the guy with the ears. I did not say that. I did not say a guy rides my ears. Harley Davidson thing. Nicholas, my golfing buddy with $10 taking pity on the toe. Thank you very much for the toe pity. $45 away from. Oh, is that funny, Vodka Rock? You like that? I appreciate it. And Walter with $25. Walter says this is for pity. Thank you, Walter.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Hey, you can't get it if you don't ask. $25 away from tonight's goal. Finish it up. Give us a win for the toe. $5 at a time. Or just fuck it. 25 and let's call it a W. Let's go. Vodka Rock says, suffer, Aaron. Thank you. Thank you. I think Roots should have to knock out the last 25, seeing as he admitted he was wrong about the compensation. That's just one man's opinion. Oh, Misery Loves Clips put a new thing out there. Gino Bisconti and Keanu C. Thompson versus Stevie Lou with Kevin Brennan and Chad Zumach. God, this stuff is fucking insane. What are they all? I like all of the. I like Kevin. I even like Chad. I like Stevie. I like Gino. I like Keanu. I like everybody. Why? What are they fighting about? Why are we? Are we just fighting for the internet? Is that what it is? Vodka Rock says, come on, Kiki, finish the goal. Yeah. Vodka Rock says, let's watch it. All right. Well, no, I got to be careful because I got some of those people that yell and scream about shit that I don't want to be a part of this program. So I'd have to screen it first. Maybe tomorrow night we'll watch it if we knock out the goal tonight. That's the deal I'll make. How's that? I'll screen it and we can check it out tomorrow. Vodka Rock says Stevie Lou has Gino off 100. Oh, really? He got him to fucking lose his shit? It'd be a fun argument. I mean, look, I'd be entertained by that argument. All right, we got 10 minutes left in the show. We've only got $25 left in the goal. This is all of a sudden very doable. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. I think we're going to do this female cop story tomorrow. So I don't think we're going to do this one today, but this is just a great example of how, like, I don't know, like if you're a female cop, gun drawn, doggo doesn't die. If you're a female cop, you get away with so much bullshit that a male cop would never get away with because they just need to fill numbers. Here's a woman, I believe this was Texas. Yeah, Houston. A police officer. Now, why would you post shit to TikTok while you're on duty? Is this something a lot of cops do? I feel like they should all be canned if they're posting to TikTok. So she makes a TikTok post about her job that says, didn't get cracked last night, so everyone's getting a ticket. So she makes it. So Slut Cop makes a post that says, I didn't get fucking dick down last night, so I'm going to give everyone a ticket. First of all, something we all really needed to know. Something you really needed to share with us. Second of all, fucking get to work. It's embarrassing. Thank you, Chevrolet JB. I appreciate the $1. Thank you, sir. Vodka Rock says would. Look, the Vodka Rock is correct. She's not an unattractive police officer. All right? She's not an unattractive lady, but Jesus fucking Christ. It's so embarrassing. It makes the entire police force look like shit. Like, it's embarrassing to just have a woman on like, oh my God, everybody would fuck me, but I didn't get fucked last night, so I'm going to give everybody a ticket. What kind of attention are you looking for? You going to get likes? Just, you know what? Cut out the middleman. Start the OnlyFans. Just do it that way. How about that? 383 Novocaine becoming a member for 38 months. Thank you. Says our summer camp, we would put Nair in the kids' shampoo that would jack off at night. You could hear him scream across the camp. Holy shit, 38 months. Wait a minute. You were putting Nair in the shampoo and they would use shampoo to jack off? I'm sure when you typed that and the way you remember that, it's a very funny story. Not saying it's not. I'm just saying as I read it, as it comes off to me, I'm picking up a lot of gay. Like there's a lot, like just, I have questions. So you knew the kid was jacking off at camp and you knew the kid was using shampoo as lubricant and this was just okay with everybody. And then sadistically, like some kind of fucking serial killer, sociopath, you put Nair in the lube that he uses. So what? He gets Roots Calhoun cock scabs? Like, there's nothing in this story that just goes, aha, innocent fun, silly. Like, the whole story screams you all need help. Yeah, Sam Show writes, what the fuck to all this? Exactly. Like, I know that to everyone in camp, this was a funny bit. As I'm reading everyone's contributions to the program right now, we're all concerned for you. We're all worried that you went through something remarkably traumatic, and maybe we're even the purveyor of causing the trauma. Crowder Wears Panties says, okay, that's actually pretty funny. Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck it. I'm wrong. Apparently putting Nair in someone's lube while they jack off is fucking hilarious. Vodka Rock says that cop pulls you over, says you're a naughty boy, then drops and sucks you off, then still gives you a ticket. I really don't know how to feel about that. I mean, if I say I'd rather just not have the ticket, I mean, that makes me gay, right? Then you're a gay guy for saying that. Like if you turned out, if you also say that would never happen, she's not going to suck your dick. Now you're looking a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know. I have no idea. $25 away from tonight's goal. Hey, guys, we got 5 minutes left in the show. Can we knock this out, please? Let's have a perfect day. I mean, we had to squirm and beg and shake to get there, so let's at least make it worth it with the $25. 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever you got. Let's go. Let's do it. 5 minutes to go. Help us out. Let's hit this goal. Let's keep the steel toe vibe alive, if you will. I don't want to die, man. I don't want to have to look my own program in the face and go, these goals, man, we're back to struggling for these goals again. At least we know we've been here before. But we went from, in the last 2 months, we went from 1 month with absolutely no goals at all, crushing it, to just regular perfect weeks, looking good, awesome, to now, I would say Thursday it started. Thursday we really struggled. We got there, but we struggled mightily. This morning we embarrassed ourselves. And tonight we're embarrassing ourselves. So let's go ahead and throw in. Let's get $25 in. Let's call it a win for the toe. Since I'm humiliating and degrading myself already, let's at least get paid. What do you say? Taste Fairy Ialto says it was him who was jacking off, but he doesn't want to admit it. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was kind of thinking that maybe he might have been the one whacking off and he didn't want to tell us. Look, he should tell us on his own time, at his own pace, in my opinion. Crowder Wears Panties says, could have been gayer. They could have been playing Ookie Cookie. All right, I'm not sure I know what that is, but I feel like if I guess and I get it right, then I'm really fucking gay, and I don't want to be. Is Ookie Cookie the one where everybody jacks off on the cookie and then somebody eats it? See, now if it's not that, now I just said a thing, and that's like even gayer, and it's not even the thing that he said. This isn't good. Now I'm just waiting for him to say whether I'm right or not. MSO says, I missed this morning, fell asleep. You didn't miss it. You just missed me humiliating myself and giving all my haters a lot of ammunition, which I'm doing tonight too. $25. Let's go. I got to start hitting these. These are important. Come on now. Let's go. Crowder Wears Panties says, yes. Okay, I got it. Echo Test says, why waste money on cookies? Oh, God. Waste not, want not. Annoyed Wawa Supervisor says, humiliated but paid was the tagline for $780, the Roots Calhoun story, according to Tubbsy Wubsy. Thank you. Von Kaiser says, you just invented that, you queer. I didn't. Mikey Two Milk says, didn't you do the jerk off cookie thing? No, never once in my life did I do the jerk off cookie thing. Let's not start that rumor now. Angelica's doll says, Aaron, you're usually the biggest pervert on your show. Why be such a prude now? Because I'm trying to be a Christian. Guys, we got 2 minutes left. Hit the fucking 25. If you're doing it for pity, do it for pity. Get it under 20 and I'll do some extra fucking time. I'll sing for my supper. We got to knock out goals. Gave everybody way too much fucking money. Got to hit our goals and stop fucking building up that war chest again. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We're also only 2 gifted memberships away from 300, so let's do that too. Come on now. Echo Test says, OT on credit, we're good for it. I'd like to just make the money and feel like we're doing a real show. Today we have not done a good job money-wise. I mean, we're right there on the doorstep. We got it this morning. Hopefully we get it tonight, but we did not get it in a very dignified manner. That's for sure. Chevrolet JB with $1 says, so you did it more than once. No, I've never done the cookie thing. I've never done the cookie thing. Annoyed Wawa Supervisor says, Aaron, I told you they only deserve Spirit. That flight's on you. $25 away. Let's go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Let's try and get a win tonight, boys and girls. Crowder Wears Panties with a gifted membership. Thank you. $20 away and 1 gifted membership away from 300. Oh, boy. CSE with 5 gifted memberships on YouTube. Thank you. Oh, my. All right, there we go. $5 away. All of a sudden, $5 away from knocking out today's goal. So, Vodka Rock, pass that membership along. Or, you know what? Somebody gift a membership on Rumble. We've knocked out the 5, and we've gotten to 300. Please and thank you. What do you say? 1 more gifted membership or 1 more $5 drop, and we've got this thing hammered out. Oh, boy. Echo Test says, Aaron, I'd like for you to email me. I become your PD, and we take over the terrestrial radio world. Sometimes we just don't get what we want. Thank you to Atomic Ray for gifting a membership and Grand Poobah gifting a membership. We did it. We won. Another win for the toe.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
There we go. Oh, it took a little doing, but boy, did we get it done. Thank God I don't have any dignity left doing this show as long as I have. Thanks, boys and girls. We did the show. We got paid. It all worked out in the end. Another win for the toe. Thank you. Echo Test says, I check in every few months to see if you're ready. I'll be around. Did I do okay for you? Did I do all right tonight? I appreciate your candor. Oh, we got the Sydney Sweeney thing for tomorrow. Apparently they found out she's a Republican, so her fucking career's over. They're not gonna let her live that one down. She'll be making Daily Wire movies pretty soon. I hope not. I like her. I like her quite a bit, but I think they dug into like her voting rate. Like the chick shoots guns and she works on cars and she looks great and she has awesome tits. She's beautiful. Those aren't Democrats anymore. I'm sorry. It's just not the way they're built. My Lost Interest says great begging segment. Yeah, my fucking leg is racing 100 miles an hour down here. We got it done. Sluggish summer in Sin City, Las Vegas sees big drop in tourists. Well, maybe if you hadn't turned it into a corporate fucking hellhole where everything costs $500. Imagine that. You built a vacation destination on a cheap vacation and you turned that cheap vacation expensive and now people don't want to go. Weird. All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you very much for another perfect day. Oh, Gordy is so used to, like, this is so crazy. Gordy knows like the words at the end of the show, so he comes running down here to greet me when he thinks it's over. So that's fucking adorable. I'll let you out in a minute, buddy. Vodka Rock says, Aaron, have you seen her shoot? We watched a couple of clips today on the show. Yes. Echo Test says, I guess, don't measure success by the same metrics. You know I'm right. Nana's Clams at proton.me. Send me an email, Nana's Clams. I'm glad you're happy with where the show's at. Annoyed Wawa Supervisor says, you idiot, you were too infatuated with lack of tits McGillicuddy. They found her mom's MAGA birthday party pics years ago. Well, they think that, they found her registered as a Republican in this one. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your night. Echo Test wants to know my email, AaronImholtradio@gmail.com. Every fan knows that. Take it easy, guys. Have a great rest of your night. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Johnny and I.